Oh. Oh no. Wait. Hold on. Sorry about that. Alright. Hello. Welcome to Distant Dungeons. It has been a hot minute, but we are back with another episode of Age of the Sleeping Gods. I'm going to get right into it, since we might have a bit of a shorter session than usual. But basically, last we left off, our party had traveled to the Forge of Promise in order to create these powerful artifacts as deific weapons in order to be able to harm deific creatures, mainly in this case the Archspells, the current usurpers of the Dreamlands. You spoke with the Forge Mistress of the Forge in the City of Dreamers. She gave you the runes, and you traveled to the Forge. You, alongside this ally, a agent of the Master of Retribution, Anka, joined you on this expedition.
homie.
Yeah, Sir Onslaught, who right now is not with us for during the process of exploring the Forge. Something happened in the waking world that potentially woke up Sir Onslaught, thus unable to continue within the Dreamlands. But you had managed to access the first two forges, Selen providing the sharpshooter feat into the Forge of Foresight, and Zenkila providing the imbued wooden wand of lightning into the Forge of Brutality. The Forge accepted your sacrifices and pushed you along to the next location. In the meanwhile, encountering some strange masked individuals, these creatures who seem to have fallen under the spell of Asal, the waking god's control of this domain, the Mistress of Peace, as they are known. Someone who has also envoys of theirs have interacted with Ostra previously. You fought them, you ran past them and defeated them on the go, and arrived into the next space. There you found these 4 rooms alongside the forge itself. The forge seemed to open and await you, but you investigated the other rooms. And over the course of investigation, you confirmed that this zone happened to be the, perhaps not the heart, but the navigation of the forge. Its central node where it seems to control what the forge's shape is. You found these strange creatures that seem to be pushing a structural instrument on a very rhythmic 1, 2, 3, 4 every 6 seconds or so, creating this like rhythmic beat in the area. And a strange device, artifact, abacus was the word I used before, but now it's more clearly a intricate, almost deific map. Something that Selen connected with on a fundamental level, understanding that his magic of navigation of the Dreamlands is similar to what this structure is doing. Additionally, you found that there were runes etched into each room, and with the help of Zenkila deciphering the actual runic combination, and Ostra also being able to read the story within the runes due to her connection with Ankam as being her ward, you basically unlocked the power within each room, and each time it manifested into a item. You found what now you have discovered to be known as the Cloak of the Weaver, this emerald cloak, beautiful and fine and comfortable, and seemingly housing within it the power of raw arcane magic. You then moved into this room of red, in which you found these ruby amulets that you discover to be amulets of absorption, able to defend against unwanted attacks and potentially retort in kind. And the last item being the sapphire bracelets, the bracelets of care, which seem to be used either to preserve one's own self or to aid others and provide care by being able to heal and being able to be aware of each other's presences. Lastly, you walked into the final, and Zenkela, having rolled, I believe, either exactly a 30 or above it, above a 30, you unlocked the maximum potential of this room. In this room, there was a memory of Ankam and her fellow deities meeting the Great Lattice. And when that finalized, and when you finished the process of understanding the runes, the magic was so potent and so prevalent, hitting all of you, the shattered pieces of your memories, some of them, come together, and you each recover a memory. And we shall begin this session by going through these memories. So, I had pre-rolled these.
Oh god.
As to who is going to go first. So,
Lovely.
we are going to start with Selene.
Hey.
So, I need the music to calm down a smidgen, because it is loud. Thank you. So, Selene. Initially, you are blinded, all of you are blinded by this bright white light. And as the vision comes back, Selene, you are no longer in the room with your allies. Instead, you find yourself standing at the edge of a cliff. It is dark. Around you, you can see a forest that lies behind you, but in front of you is a cliff, and you can hear waves crashing against the rocks way down below. You turn in that moment, hearing footsteps and hooves. And as you turn, you see there is a group of 5 centaurs and about 7 or so Eladrin, autumn Eladrin, as you quickly note their reddish orange hair, these autumn leaf flecks in their skin, all of them armed in different gear and attire, and weapons drawn. They surround you, and in this moment, you are observing yourself. Much like you experienced in your first memory, you are kind of observing yourself, and you feel your grip on your bow tighten, and your heartbeat begin to quicken, and you hear it. You hear the blood pumping in your ears. One of the Eladrin breaks from this semicircle around you and steps forward. You can see they are dressed in full armor, full plate armor, and they take off their helmet. And you see a familiar woman, one that you saw in the first memory you had. You look in your mind for a second, but in the memory, you already know. This is Lady Dana. This is this woman that you were married to in this first memory. Some marriage of politics. It was hard to properly understand. You obviously may have your own opinions and thoughts as to what it might have been, but you do remember this being something you did for the Raven Queen, matron to your conclave. And now she stands here, dressed in armor, and tears in her eyes. She steps closer, about 20 feet or so away from you at this point. And As she does so, the helmet falls to the ground. And she says, "Why? Why did you do it, sir?" "My mother. We had peace. We finally had peace." She looks at you. You can see hurt in her face. And the hand that let go of the helmet moves to her stomach. And she looks down and then looks at you. And makes a fist. And then, in a flash, she is right in your face. She has pulled out what seems to be a halberd and brought it up to your neck. "Your conclave is a blight. It was always a blight. I thought you might be dead." And she goes to strike, and you feel your body move, quickly anticipating, shifting, ducking. And the centaurs and the Eladrin take a step forward, and you hear the metal arrows notching, and you hear one of them say, "Lady Dana!" And she just says, "No! I will finish this traitor myself." And you engage in battle. You step back, begin to notch arrows, you shoot, she cuts, some of them midair, others manage to find purchase, she nicks you at points, every exchange of blows happen in a flash. It feels like it has been hours fighting, your body exhausted, even though perhaps it has only been half a minute. But the fighting is intense. Close calls, trying to push you off. And in fact, you do notice you are at the very edge of the cliff. Your foot just barely dangling off. The couple of rocks tumble down, crashing soundlessly into the sea. But in this moment, you notice you have the upper hand. Your arrow is notched, the tip of it right at her throat. Her sword not close enough to get the finishing blow before you would. And she just says, "Do it. Finish me. 1,000 years! A lie. Do it." In that moment, you feel something break inside Selene, something inside that you're viewing this almost like as almost on an outside perspective, but you feel something snap. And instead, you let loose the arrow up into the air. And in that moment, she is taken aback and follows the trail of the arrow, as do the rest of the gathered warriors here. And as you have that moment, you drop back into the air, falling off of the cliff, finding the thing that now you remember in this memory you were looking for, a portal. And you fall into it, being embraced by an opening within the Dreamlands. And you arrive in a dank, dark sewer. And you hear a voice, a familiar voice from behind you, and a very slow clap as you see Omer and Azad standing next to each other, and Azad says, "Welcome home, Dreamwalker. We have much to do." That is the memory that Selene recovers in this moment. Seeing this woman again, something perhaps from your previous experience in the City of Dreamers, meeting someone of your blood, and seeing this memory now, it further cements that was true. But yeah, that is the memory Salam recovers. Zenkela, you again have the same experience, blinding light, and then you begin to come to. Your first feeling is hunger. You're tired, you're exhausted, but you feel empowered. And you're seemingly going about this room that initially has no cohesion, has no structure. You see nothing of the room, but it slowly begins to build around you as the memory pieces itself back together. And you see this room. It's not a room. A study? No. A workshop? No. A laboratory. An arcane laboratory. Your arcane laboratory. You can see the runes etched along the walls, runes that you have carved in, white marble walls that perhaps were decorated at some point with tapestries, and you can tell there are tapestries that have been torn off and are no longer visible to the eye. You see a desk to one side with various books open, and as you seem to be moving around the room, you seem to be doing something. You seem to be preparing something. And you move towards the books, and your hand and your finger moves along a specific line in a passage that you've clearly circled multiple times. And it reads, and you are able to read it. To break what is whole, you need first be whole. Thus, to be unbreakable, you must no longer be whole. You read the words, and in this moment, you experiencing this memory, it stirs something in you, something powerful, something essential. The memory begins to further take shape, and now you're fully feeling as if you are in your memory, feeling as if you are in this moment. And in fact, your mind says this is the moment. Think to yourself, this is it. You catch a glimpse of your arms as you're moving about, and you notice the runes that are etched along it. Runes that you are familiar with in the current moment, but you see them freshly etched, blood still trickling off of them. You pass by a mirror as you move, and you catch yourself and you look, and you see your face, all covered in these same runes that keep descending down along your neck, across your chest. You're wearing very tattered clothes that are quite revealing, and it seems like perhaps you have been etching these runes all along your body in this moment. You can see the blood scattered all across the floor, clearly drips of blood that have moved along the path that you've walked along the room. But then the thing that catches your eye the most on the floor is a large rune drawn in blood. But you continue to move, not giving you enough time to fully incorporate that. Then you hear a knock on the door. Sister? You ignore it. You return to the books, and you look through another passage, another one, circled. Death, dreams of life. Beautiful, bountiful, ever persistent. Life's nightmare is of death, cold, quiet, and final. Dream of life, and death cannot touch you. The knocking gets louder. Sister! Sister! Please! You look at the door. You see your hands move, almost encapsulating the door in your fingers. You mutter. You do not mutter, but you think a thought of magic, and the spell is invoked. Something you realize to be not normal. To not speak the words of a spell of locking. But you make sure in this moment, your mind, I will not let this ritual be disrupted. I will see it to the end. You look into the mirror again, and now you notice you were carrying something in your hand. This pencil-shaped instrument with a gem tip, very sharp, and you look into the mirror and you seem to finish a rune on your cheek, blood trickling once more, but you seem to complete something that was just ever so close to being finished. You then move to the room, and now you can properly take it in, as you seem to be finishing that rune as well, with the last drips of blood that you've just released. And you notice it's not one, but two runes. Why is my share screen dying?
No.
That's fine.
The date.
There
Date.
we go. Yeah?
Okay.
Okay, it's fine. Two runes. Not just one. And they are not arcane. They're divine runes. You notice they are symbols. One of Haik and one of Nihai, overlapped on top of each other. You start hearing banging against the door. Now, placing that voice at Rionis, the brother from your first memory. The brother that has supposedly been traveling with you as an undead companion. You hear his voice now. Sister, open! Please! Please! As he yells. But you fully ignore it. You run towards the desk. You push aside the books that were all on the table, and they reveal a box underneath. You weave a glyph of unlocking. The box opens, and you pull out a dagger. A familiar dagger. Identical to the dagger that you were given by Haik in the Dream Nuts. You rush to what seems to be a central stone block in the room. Perhaps might have been an altar at one point, but now repurposed for whatever you are doing. You climb on top of it. You lay flat down and staring up. You see there is a skylight to this structure, and you can see the moon in its full glory shining down upon you. And you grip the dagger with both hands, putting it up above your chest. And then the door breaks apart open. You see your brother Athrionis, wearing like simple garb as if he's just gotten out of bed, coming in, and you plunge the dagger into your chest. And just, you hear him say, "No! No!" as he yells out, but the voice immediately becomes muted and dull. You just feel sharp, intense pain, overwhelming, encompassing, cold. You feel it. Death. Your vision begins to fade. You see your brother come over, looking down on you, trying to see if he can perhaps save you in this moment. You hear him barely. "Why? What were you thinking? Why?" You feel the grip on the dagger loosen, and it clatters to the ground, the sound of it echoing, loud, booming in your ears, while everything else begins to become muted. But you hear it, that clanging of metal and wood, as it lands onto the ground. And then, everything goes dark. Impossibly cold. And then you hear a new voice that you haven't heard before. "What is this?" Your eyes open, and you see a dark, massive shroud just looming over you. It seems to pull back for a second, looking at you, and you see this white speckled cloak across this figure. It's giant, seemingly holding some kind of like splintered stuff in their hand. And you just look up and are immediately in shock as you get up and take a step back. And you see this silhouette shape, and it just fills you with indescribable coldness and dread. The voice says again, Why can I not touch you, dead one? Why do you resist me?" And a looming hand comes over you, goes to grip and clasp around you, but the fingers are held back by some invisible barrier, and it pulls away. "What have you done to yourself?" And you then look down, and you see your naked body covered in the runes, glowing white all across you, just emanating the slow, dull white glow. And then you hear a familiar voice. They chose to dream, my husband. And you turn, and you see the shape of Hayik, her long limbs extending outwards almost in a open embrace. You see the long widow's hat and her welcoming voice as she looks at you, seemingly floating over this murky pool of water, and she says, "Run, child, run and be reborn." Immediately your body turns towards that pool and runs towards it. You feel this hand try to snatch at you, but again, it is resisted. For some reason, the runes you've etched, whatever you've done, something has prevented this entity from latching itself onto you. And you dive into the pool. You begin to swim down into it. You hear whispers upon whispers. "Help, save me, help." And they begin to fade and fade slowly until it becomes completely quiet, completely dark. And as whatever light might have been in the area that allowed you to see completely dissipates, you open your eyes and you begin to cough up water as you find yourself back in that room, this laboratory. And you just see water spill out, you cough, you retch, and then you see your brother sitting on one side of the room, head in his hand, just shaking and trying to understand, and then looks up, hearing you cough. "Sister?" Your brother rushes forward towards you and just helps you up and holds you tight. "Sister, you're alive!" Pulls you in and hugs you tight, and just lifting you up a little bit from the altar. Then kind of just grabs your shoulder and looks at you. And there's a smile initially of being relieved, and then it quickly begins to fade. And looks at you sternly. "What were you doing? You know I can't keep covering for you. This is too much. I'll clean the area. I'll see to your wounds." Just you see him just move away, hold this necklace. You now aware that it is a holy symbol, and this glow, this radiant glow emanates out from him. It washes away the rune that was drawn in blood on the ground and the rest of the blood with it. And you can see his eyes are glowing as he scans over the room, clearing whatever he deems requires cleaning. And then his eyes land on you. And then there is this almost like breaking in his face as you see his head tilt. "Oh, sister, what have you done to yourself?" And the memory ends. Oster.
Oh no.
Again, the white of the room takes you, and you open your eyes and you feel yourself surrounded in raging winds. You are unable to see right now as you feel your one hand is covering your eyes. You feel wrappings all across your body as you're unable to notice much, but you can tell sand is billowing against you. You are in some kind of sandstorm. Whatever parts of your fur might be exposed, you can feel the coarseness of the sand getting in and irritating you. On your other arm, you feel a heavy weight, as perhaps a person. You are dragging someone along in the sandstorm. And then you hear through the storm, "Just a bit further, Osman. I think I can see it. The door is just ahead." The voice from your first memory. Even now, in the yelling, as she yells over the storm to try to be heard, you can recognize this sweetness that comes from the voice. You take a few more steps. "Okay, we're right on top of it. I can feel it." you feel the weight lessen as the person drops to the ground, and you feel the fur on your shoulders and on your arms begin to stand up as you quickly notice the casting of magic being done around you. And suddenly the ground beneath you gives way as you begin to almost like flow down, kind of sliding down along with this torrent of sand and wind into something. You hear the yelling, your own and this person yelling as the wind rushes past you, and eventually you crash into just a pile of sand, kind of breaking your fall. You begin to gather yourself, slowly undoing some of the wrappings so that you're able to see better where you are. And you see this human woman that you recognize from your previous memory. She is wiping away sand from her robes, kind of doing the same thing, undoing some of the wrappings around. Yeah. And then you hear her mutter something, casting some kind of spell, and then 4 little blobs of light begin to fill the room and dance around the area, shedding some light and being able to see where you actually are. And then you hear her, "We did it! Oscar! We did it!" As she begins looking around, you see this like beaming face of excitement as she begins to look. You notice that she is moving with a bit of a limp, but she seems to be exploring the corners of the room. Yes. As she begins to do so, you notice her about to move and then run towards another side of the room, and then you quickly hear her, some help, dearest? And you feel, in seeing this moment, you feel like yourself sigh and move towards her. And you take her arm in yours as you kind of help her up. Yeah. This memory is longer. A lot of it I will describe in short, but it is a long memory. You seem to go about exploring this buried temple. As you begin to experience more of the memory, you learn this is a buried temple in the desert wastes of Aklahar. The name has no meaning to you other than hearing the name, but you seem to be in the wastes of this named land. And the woman traveling with you every time seems to stop at some wall with scripture, finds some ancient half-damaged pot, picks it up and begins to investigate it. And every so often, like going into a tangent of explaining what it might be, what it could have been, trying to like discern and understand. Very much archaeologist finding a legendary dig site kind of feeling. And seems to be kind of every so often iterating, like saying this place shouldn't even exist. But we found it. We found it. Sometimes you'll find some like traps that you avoid, some words that you manage to dispel just by doing some kind of ritual that seems natural to Ostre, and some part of her heritage perhaps or her culture that seems to dispel words placed on certain rooms and areas that, as this person explains, might be restricting access for people higher up in whatever temple hierarchy there might have been. And then you have this moment interaction. She just begins to say, all the ceremonies your people practice, the Harangon were the first people of the Lattice. No wonder. It makes so much sense. Your rite of passage, the chosen of the blade, the chosen of the tome. You're just binding your souls to the Lattice. It's extraordinary. Your people called it tradition, but you are practicing pact magic. And she seems to get lost in this. You're just forging a pact with the Lattice. And then she seems to stop, seems to look at you, and you can notice that in yourself there is some kind of confusion, some kind of maybe conflict with what you are hearing. You're not understanding where the conflict is coming from, but you feel there's a bit of turmoil, and then this person just seems to step back and looks at you. I'm sorry. This must be a lot to take in. And I'm just rambling on like an academy acolyte. Are you okay? And you feel that confusion, that conflict subside somewhat, not completely, but some bit of it kind of lessens. And instead you feel more of a warmth as you seem to look at her. You feel yourself smile and just nod quietly. And then she continues. You can always call me out where if I'm going off like that. Kind of limps over to you and then leans into you, kind of using you to hold herself up, and gives you a soft kiss on the cheek. And she looks up at you. She is a bit shorter than you, as you remember from the memory. You see these deep, dark blue eyes, her smile, and she just says, "Thank you for going through all of this with me. Lattice knows I wouldn't have gotten here without you. I really like your company." And you hold in that moment, and you seem to say something to her that you don't hear, but she replies, "I love you too." You kiss, and then she pulls back, smiling, and you feel this warmth rush through all your body. And then, in that moment, as you're taking that in, you hear the memory break, as like just glass shattering, and the vision in front of you cracks like a mirror. And you can see this person. Parts of the mirror are of her, this dark-skinned human female, but the other parts are of this entity you saw before. Purple, green skin, half of her face has two pairs of eyes, one on top of each other, taller, the portions shifting and changing. And as you're kind of taking all of this in, the memory fully shatters, and the room around you just becomes these like little shattered pieces of a portrait scattered in this white void. But the entity, this purple, green-skinned creature, stands before you, and you hear in the same sweet voice, but echoing and booming almost in your ears, "Ostra?" And she looks at you, and in this moment you feel the memory has ended, but you are still in the space. You may speak, Ostra, in this moment. What would you like to do? Yes, what would you like to do? This creature stands before you. And you seem to have control.
Allow me to take a second
Take a
to reboot my brain. This was unexpected as fuck.
Yep.
So just one moment.
Yep.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
The creature tilts its head.
Ostra is like,
I shouldn't be able to be here, but I am.
so we see each other again.
She kind of drifts forward to you, this best you can think, some version of the same person. I see. Now I know where you are. That's why I'm here.
It is you, isn't it?
Well, it is as much me as you can remember, and not. Ostra, it is hard to explain, but it is good to see you. It is good to speak to you.
Is it good to finally be able to have a conversation with you as opposed to just seeing you from afar?
I have had conversations with you and they've always been pleasant. It has been a while now, but
I assume you mean some other version of me in some other time, in some other place.
perhaps some bits and pieces. I'm sad to inform you that perhaps I won't be able to answer or give you what you are looking for.
So,
I know what you are, probably.
so it would be rude for me to ask you to introduce yourself, considering that you seem to know me.
Well, I am the Great Lattice. I believe the title your people have for me.
And asking for a more personable name, I assume, would lead me nowhere,
Yes.
no?
That is what I expected. Sadly, yes, it is not something I can give you. It is not something in my power.
May I ask you, was what you once were erased, or did you hide it?
No, it is shattered.
Yes, it makes sense.
It is in fact what you find that I am able to remember.
So you're like me.
And unfortunately, I cannot retain or scavenge. So that is something you must do on my behalf. But that's why I
Wait,
lend
if you can't retain, does it mean that you will forget this?
I could. I'll try not to.
I am sad for you.
It is the price I paid, I suppose.
What does it feel like?
Lonely. Exhausting. Certainly not what I was looking for. What they were looking for. What she was looking for. Yes.
How many of you are there? How many like her are in you? Thousands?
Countless.
Millions?
Possibly. The lattice is a role.
I see. Don't you
Play.
ever get lost in your own heads?
That is why we cannot retain, or
Ah,
rather, it is hard. We
makes
do not
sense.
remember who we were, but I maintain the rules, or at least I should. But whatever,
The rules of what? The flow of time?
that is not my domain. I maintain the rules of magic, the rules
Makes sense.
of the realms, making sure that people abide by what is possible in order to keep things working.
And I assume that your domain does not extend to whatever the waking gods are up to. Since it seems pretty unbalanced to me that an entire pantheon is stuck behind bars and the other is free to do
Well,
as it
that
pleases.
is the damage that currently exists, and that is what you are helping me fix.
Sense.
None of my people have ever reached the power that you are currently wielding.
You mean other Arangons, right?
Yes. Other of your culture, of your species, many across the waking world. Some travel within the dreamlands should the need arise, but I am. Something happened when I became what I am now. We did something. And I am not sure if.
Is that why they call me Spellbreaker?
Yes. I don't have much time here, Ostra. I feel the power that you unlocked within the Forge of Promises fading. But understand this. The Dreamlands and the waking world are damaged. Whatever transpired in the war, whatever they did to cause this new order, it is not abiding by the rules. I am trying to mend where I find breaks, but as long as the archspells remain alive, I cannot fix this issue. I cannot intervene directly in such things. But that is
we
what
can.
you are for. I don't enjoy it, but I am asking you to live up to your namesake. Break those spells.
That doesn't surprise me. Then, if you're trying to mend what was broken, I guess I shall be your thread and needle.
Thank you.
Also, I know you have to go soon, but before you do, you said you were exhausted. I sit down. Ostra sits down and pats the ground beside her. Sit with me.
You
Take
sit.
a moment.
You feel the space becomes comfortable, almost as if you've sat on like a cushion, and this entity sits down beside you. I see you have acquired the necklace. I'm glad.
It was rather hard not to. Try to reason with myself, but alas, I guess I'm still far too stubborn for my own good.
Oh yes. Oh yes. But that is a redeeming quality of its own, is it not? And
I feel like it depends.
her hand moves towards the necklace, holds it for a second, just kind of clutches it, and then releases. Good. Wouldn't have anyone else dealing with this. Good luck, Ostra. And
Thank you.
she stands.
Good luck to you too. You carry a burden that I only can vaguely begin to imagine.
You carry a far worse one than I. And she begins to walk away, like off into the distance, but then turns and just says, "Look for the Great River. When you can. I would like to see you again."
Do my best not to die. And before she fully disappear, I would like, if allowed, to take I say this last statement.
Yep.
I take a moment, I open my mouth, I close it again, I open my mouth and I close it again, and then I run to them and I hug them.
Okay. And you give big, tight hug. And they seem to just move their arms around you, giving a bit of a back pat. Sighs. And it's almost as if the entire area around kind of melts away. And you find yourself back in the space, in the room. All three of you are here in this moment. Not a second having passed. But Ostre, you feel your necklace glow and begin to emanate, and your blade begin to just pulse in its sheath. And you basically gain the improvements to your necklace and the extra augment to your glaive, as your patron has granted you some extra power.
I hope the hug thing wasn't too cringe, it's just it looked like they needed it.
Hey, you did what you felt like you needed to. But yeah, those are the memories that you have acquired. You now have 2 memories each. Do with that what you will. You have explored all the rooms. Basically what you understand is the rooms had magic in them. You unlocked that magic. And the rooms manifested that magic in a form that reflected what the rooms represented. And within this room, it was a memory of the lattice, and perhaps that is why the lattice was able to manifest itself for the first time properly.
Makes sense.
But that is done. There is the forge before you outside, waiting for you to enter and provide sacrifices. But
You see Ostra like stretch her whole body, and then without like just unprompted, she goes. Let's keep it in mind. At some point, we need to go and look for the Great River. Okay, guys? Good. Let's go.
Does that connect with me in any
uh,
way?
you can all give me a, I'd say, history check, insight check. I'll allow those two.
Will I manage to roll less than shit?
If insight is better, you can always use that.
That's religion, maybe.
Religion helps as well. Yeah, you can use religion.
So 24 for me.
Nice.
Just a second. I need it.
18.
18. Okay.
Watch me roll a nat one on this.
Hey.
Mela, you said?
History or insight or religion?
Let's see, which is better?
Yeah. Arcana wouldn't be in this case. It has to either be one of the...
Okay.
But insight can work.
History.
Okay.
It's the only good one I have.
Alright.
Dirty 20.
30-20. Okay. All of you connect the name with something that you've like in some passing have heard of. The Great River is another unaligned entity, much like the Great Lattice. They are the keeper of time. And in fact, Ostra specifically having mentioned that like during the conversation of the laws of time, they're like, oh no, that's not the Great Lattice's job. That's the Great River's job. That is their domain. So that's like base. Everyone would pick that up. From Zenkilla's perspective, you would know the Great River to be associated with some of the chronergist arcana stuff. It is magic in essence, but it's very different from what you're used to. It follows a different science of sorts. Yeah, with the 24 using religion, you do, much like all the other unaligned entities, you know that they are typically not associated with like a worship. They don't have temples dedicated to them.
I
But-
am offended by this notion.
You already know that that has been like a debunked lie for the Great Lattice. So, for what it's worth, you can use that information as you will. But from Zenkilla's perspective, you know that. Yeah.
Question. The way the magic works, is it each god well, the magic gods, I guess, have crafted certain spells, and they like take command of that domain of those spells, or is it each pantheon has their kind of own vibes going on?
You're pretty certain, as far as like what I just give you without needing to roll.
Just the background.
Yeah. Basically, the pantheons just follow the rules as they are, kind of. These unaligned entities are what define the rules. You're not sure how it works on a fundamental like spell to deity association per se, but what you would be able to understand is just the unaligned entities are kind of the enforcers of the laws. And you know there are 4 unaligned entities. The one you know the most is the Great Lattice, just because the Great Lattice defines the rules of the weave, the arcane.
Okay.
You understand that to be their domain. You know that there is the Great River. They follow the flow of time, so they basically, the best way you can see this is like, when you craft a spell, you have to go through the Great Lattice.
They're
If-
suppliers of the ingredients.
Yeah, kind of. If you're dabbling with like, you're trying to pull information from the past, or you're trying to like propel yourself into the future. You're probably going to go through the Great River, and like
Okay.
if you do
They're
anything
like
that's
the fundamentals.
yeah, yeah,
of it.
and then the pantheons have to follow those rules. Like that's what
Okay.
you understand. Like the pantheons are just more of a representation of more mortal concepts, and then the underlying entities represent the fundamental concepts.
Okay.
That's kind of
But
the
even
vibe.
things like divine spells.
Yes,
Yeah.
those are still within the weave. The Great Lattice still rules that domain.
Okay. Good to know,
Um,
thanks.
I'll say, since you rolled the 24 for religion, you don't get more information on the Great River, but I will confirm for you the two other unaligned entities, which are the Great Plains, which basically is the master of land, of matter. So they kind of hold the laws in that department. And then there is the Great Thread, which represents basically the equivalent, you would call it soul magic. Where the souls go, what the souls
This is the great plane.
consist of.
This is the plane.
This is the Great Thread. The Great Plain is the land. You know that those are the four unaligned entities.
I
That
can't write down.
I can send you the stuff. It's fine. It's not
No, I have the document. I have the master document.
Yeah, there's the
But I can't write stuff down. I can.
I'll add information in the lore section.
Thank you.
I'll do it. Once you now that you've discovered it, you can know it. Thank you. But to Selene, what I will say of the Great River, you know as well, they are kind of masters of time, I guess. What you know of the Great River on a more locational sense, you kind of feel within that scope of your mind that there is a river that you use as a cardinal point when you travel. You don't understand that it's there. Like, so far, you haven't really like thought about it. It's just like, you know these landmarks that exist and you kind of use them to navigate. Then there are various ones. Like, you even use like your Salas domain, the domains that you're familiar of. You can almost do this very naturally. But when you give it a moment to think, you're like, oh yes, I've seen the river in my mind. This great mountain the river flows from. And you're like, that is the Great River. You're like, that is where you would need to go if you wanted to go there. From
I
Osiris,
know how far away it is.
much like the, it's very weird in terms of distance. Realistically, the flow is weird. What you know is that it would be stepping into various other domains to get to it, kind of. You can't go there directly because the mountain is kind of like, the mountain is where you would go if you were to think of, if I need to go to the Great River, you'd go to its start. And you kind of have to follow it up. So it might be more of a difficult journey in the sense of you might encounter things rather than distance. But yeah. You're
Also,
not sure.
Can I try and remember my partner, my
Yeah.
girlfriend,
Yep.
question mark,
Yep.
said something about a certain Aklahar.
Yeah.
Who that?
Sure. Give me a history check.
Oh no.
Yeah. And see. Let's see if you can maybe pull something from this document.
No way in hell.
Okay.
The universe immediately
Oh, yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6,
It's a place. You're pretty sure it's a place.
7. Pardon me.
You're pretty sure it's a desert
Sounds
place.
like a place.
Oh, that fucking
Yeah.
narrows it down so
Yeah.
much.
That's. But yeah. But in this moment, you have a chance to breathe. You feel, I would say, almost like in a magical way, to retroactively apply all the discussion and deliberation we had before the session started. The items that you'd gathered seem to like fly out from where you were holding on to them, and they place themselves upon those who have chosen to wield them, and you attune to them. So you are attuned to the items. You are ready to go effectively.
DM, the forges that are associated with this room,
Yes.
are they the vitality and fortitude
I will
ones?
confirm. Forge. No, these are power and attachment.
An attachment. Okay.
Your inclination, what you'd done a check for this before. Power and attachment. Power refers to spells and magic power, and attachment refers to potentially like bonding with your weapon. That's like the context. But yeah, you see the forge, the doors open. You can see, similar to the previous one, there are two statues. One seems to have a tome open in front of them. The other seemingly almost having like these chains around the wrists, but they are not like bound to anything else, and they're not bound together. They're just like dangling chains. And yeah, it is much the same. There are two anvils. Oh, right. So why is the share screen dying? Can I find a better way to do this? Maybe I just need to do something that's a little bit more stable.
Maybe you have to have stuff going on in the.
That's why I'm using the Discord tabs, because that's going on. Yes, the forges are there. You see the two anvils, same as before. Nothing much else in the room other than the anvils, the statues, and this large furnace. But you are now aware of the drill, kind of.
I have something for the power one.
Mm-hmm. You may step forward. You know that.
Anyone has something for attachment?
Not
I mean-
entirely sure.
I was thinking about dropping the bark of necrosis for the power one, but if you already have something.
I
I was
will.
gonna give away spell points.
I will tell you the bark is tied to your glaive, so you'd have to be giving up your glaive technically to do that. So that is the one thing you can't really give up. Your glaive augments
Unless you're giving up the entire glaive.
as that, but that is your, like, that is what is going to be the final product, so you can't really use that.
Yeah.
Otherwise you won't have a thing.
Attachment, what was it again?
Attachment is like bonding with the weapon. I will remind you, you can give up class features, much like Selen gave up his feet. You can potentially give up class features. Not that is, you're not sure what the outcome of that would be, but you know. For example, I just to consider for you, Ostra, if you're thinking about it, you have the Pact of the Blade class feature, which is technically like literally bonds with your weapon. That is something.
Yes, but if I give it up, then I can't use my weapon, no?
You can't use the weapon in the way that the Pact of the Blade feature does. So you can't manifest the weapon and you can't summon it. That would become a weapon on your person. Until whatever final product comes up. Which might then, you know.
Zenkilla
I-
will.
Then,
Let's get it out.
Let's do something. Let's see.
Zenkilla will grab the dagger, the high dagger, and she will trace some of the symbols that are etched into her skin,
Okay.
and she'll drop the blood into the
Okay.
forge, and she'll give up her arcane recovery feat
Okay.
features.
Cool.
That's basically level 4.
Yeah. It's a scaling one as well,
Yeah.
technically. So
Yeah.
that has extra value. But it's lovely. Lovely. Right, let's add that to the list. It's easier for me to track them here. So,
attachment. I would like to give
If
something.
you don't have something, I have something that could possibly give.
Yes, you already gave sharpshooter. Come on. You can't give
Breaking down my
everything.
class bit by bit.
It's
Is that a subtle request to respect?
no.
No. Fuck no, I love my major.
I don't know. You said
Yeah.
The
You can like Pact of the Blade class feature basically, which isn't your Hex Warrior class feature. Those are two different things.
yes, I know.
You could use that.
You lose the ability to manifest your weapon, basically.
Yeah.
That's really...
Yeah.
So if you lose your weapon, you
If you
kind of...
don't have something like I can, it's fine.
I would like to drop that.
Okay.
Maybe I make it so that everyone gets returning weapons or something. I don't know.
Could be.
Would
I
be
mean, at the end of
convenient.
the day, it might just be like your weapon comes back anyway. Because of this thing you're gonna use. So
It could be. We will obviously, like I said, there will be like
No,
discussion.
in the next 3 combats, you will constantly be at risk of losing your weapon.
I mean, you can't spawn your weapon out of the ether, but you are holding on to your weapon.
yeah,
Effectively.
like how I can't get my spell points back and
As a.
I'm just messing with the DM.
Yeah, no,
I'm just doing my job of messing with my girlfriend.
I mean, yeah, I just only am trying to confirm to make sure that then you don't, like, I'm just making sure the fine print is clear.
With your
That's-
character.
That's all. As a. Yeah, literally, the Pact of the Blade feature is relating to making a bond with the weapon that allows you to, as an action, summon it into your hand. That is its full essence. And that technically, if it leaves your hand after a minute, it will dissipate and return to you in its like demiplane pocket, technically. So yeah, nice. You move forward. You step into the circle of the anvils themselves. Zenkela, you do so, you pull out the dagger, you provide this arcane recovery, and you feel like some small essence of the magic that you hold within you lessen. And you see the statue had initially basically the pages on the book started to flutter. These stone pages began to move. The statue looks at you and says, "What will you give?" You give this, and the pages begin to shift again, and the statue closes the book, and you see the swirling mass of like dull gray and green energy moving, and like glyphs of different spells kind of taking shape and changing, kind of representing the spell points that are there. Ostre,
Question.
yeah,
Since they're stone pages, do they turn really loudly?
it is a
Do they
bit.
slam, do they slam against each other?
When they slam, it is yeah. There's
Very,
Yeah.
very dumb question. I'm sorry.
it's fair. It's fair. The other statue does kind of similar. They sort of like they move, and as they do so, you see the chains kind of shift and flow, and then two daggers apparate into the statue's hand. The hilts of the daggers tied to the ends of the chain, and points at you with the daggers. What will you give? You feel this connection to your glaive, this essence of your pact magic that you have. You shift it into the anvil, and you can see a kind of spectral version of your glaive take shape inside the furnace, and the runes start to instead manifest along the sides of the glaive, shifting and changing. And yeah, you have both given up these class features. You step away, the anvils die down, but the furnace remains in that shape. And as you take this moment, you just breathe, taking in the memories you've just had. Even the process of giving up these features is somewhat harrowing. Like, there is exhaustion, physical exertion that you do when you do this, and you're just trying to kind of recover. Silen, you are watching, just like kind of stepped back, and you're looking at your friends. You're still like, you're all a little bit on alert generally, so you're keeping an eye out, making sure you don't hear any noises. And Silen, with your passive perception, you're like, yeah, there aren't any noises. Wait,
There aren't any noises.
There aren't any noises.
Shit!
And you turn and you see the 4 lanky constructs standing in the doorway.
The ones that were turning
The ones that
together.
were turning the structures. They were in there when you finished the memories. The one in that room was there. But you've moved into the forge, you deliberated a bit, and it's like in that moment the sound of the anvils, the sound of the statues was a bit distracting. But now, and then you turn and you see them. And they're like just standing there, these hands reaching down to the ground. Just these fingerless, just tendrils, faceless features, just standing.
Is it like a
there.
Minecraft golem
They
kind of vibe?
they are
You might have golem.
kind of, yeah. I mean, they are construct. They are the best word for them would be golems, to be honest, on an arcane level as well. But yeah, they are. Picture them more as Endermen in the sense that they are like tall and thin.
Okay. That
Um,
worse.
yeah, no, they are.
Endermen iron golems.
Yeah. They're the and
They look hostile.
they are standing
Yeah.
there, and as you look at them, they twitch for a moment, almost like
Bro.
kind of glitching.
I hate that. I actually hate that.
And then you begin to notice something around their necks begin to kind of take shape and form,
Oh no.
and it begins to extend almost like this kind of white infestation as it
Ew.
goes out from their necks up to their faces, and where once they were faceless creatures,
Oh god, the masks, isn't it?
now they
It's the
are
masks, isn't
donning
it?
porcelain white masks.
That
These
fucking
are
bitch!
Similar to the one that we took, right?
Yes, similar to the creatures you fought. Yes.
They are from the bitch that would let Elon
Yes.
Musk take over the world.
Yes,
Let's go.
basically.
Let's fuck them up.
So, you see these like the masks have smiles, slitted eyes, but you know that there is nothing underneath. And then they twitch again, and they properly form. And then you hear this voice, this very calm. You're trespassing. This is not your forge anymore.
You are trespassing.
Then let
Look,
us
they
leave.
all look at you, Ostra. I decide
All straight like,
who is trespassing. But
what?
Leave.
you may leave, for violence is so unbecoming of me and my new children. The creatures twitch again.
You need to stop. It's already creepy.
Your children are disgusting.
They are beautiful. They are perfect.
No.
Hand over.
Michaela, we don't
This
judge
is
other
perfect.
people's children.
This
we
is
we
perfect.
don't judge other people's children.
No, we do judge them.
Don't
And I
don't
put
compare
them-
babies.
These are perfection.
Don't compare babies.
Hand over the key to the forge, and you may leave.
How about fuck no?
I agree with Australia.
They twitch once more, and they begin moving. And I need you all to roll initiative.
Come at me, fuckers!
Could I, in this moment, just have put my skeleton in formation?
Yeah, sure. Yes. While that conversation is going.
Skeletons, roll up.
Autobots.
Autobots,
Roll out.
roll out.
Lovely.
It's basically a line of them. in
A
front of
10
me,
in total.
2 more behind me.
All right. Now I need to get
There's 4,
my
I think.
initiative thing. Yes, there are 4.
No, not even. Because I don't have alert.
Oh,
So it's like 5.
lovely.
I rolled a 3.
Where is my initiative?
Do I roll for anyone else? No, right?
No. You just yours and all of them. No. Mal. Okay, I need. Dice of my own.
You need to bless my dice or something because I can't live like this, Bill.
I remember us confirming that your dice tray is strong and your dice tower is bad for rolling. That's what I remember us
But
determining.
I suffer so much.
I know. I'm just saying. Okay, so these will be groups of no, 20, that, and these creatures. These guys.
You go to jail.
Right.
They have.
Just putting it out there, my resistance is going to be
Yes.
bludgeoning.
Okay.
I wonder why bludgeoning.
That's it. I mean, they haven't shown what they're.
Spawn exactly. They could
Yeah.
spawn blades all of a sudden.
You're not sure. You're not sure. Okay.
If
So
they do, then fuck me, I guess.
25 to 20.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Lamau.
Okay. 20 to 15.
18.
18. Nice. Oh, nice. That's the last initiative you had as well.
Yes.
Lovely.
I love 18.
You didn't need to change. 15 to 10.
13.
13.
That's with advantage.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Lovely. And
Starting off.
Ostra.
5.
Okay.
Man, I injured now, man.
Alright, that puts you
As long
guys.
as I go after one of them, I'm good because I get at least
Yes.
one
That's
advantage.
it.
Fair.
No. So what I can do, I don't have per se a battle map, but the area is very plain. Like purely, there is the outside of the room technically, but they are blocking the exit. So the room in here, they are. I think so. Oh no, they are huge.
Lovely.
So they're like two of them are kind of stepped in a little bit further in, and two of them behind them. The door is big. These are massive, like these massive double doors that lead into the forge. But no, they are huge. They're just the thing is they don't take up like a lot of width space, but they're like
Yeah.
three of you on top of each other. Okay, so I was thinking, just to make it easier, I
Are you
will.
using the map or?
I'm going to use the map, yes, because it's easier. I will use a plain map. So I'm just gonna add a page. Gonna make it the thingamajig.
Okay.
Are we going on roll 20?
Yes, just to make it easier
Yeah.
for everyone. Do I
Nice.
have? No. Oh, I don't have
Plus
like.
one. Plus
oh,
weapons.
it's-
Is that plus one to hit as well?
Yes, +1 to attack and damage rolls.
Okay. So.
Right.
need to do-
No. Let's find some creatures from the free assets.
You can always like not include the creatures. That's fine.
We can, or I can use double as many creatures as well. That's also.
No.
That's also a technique cool too.
Don't agree with
I-
that, Tom.
I could. Are
The
there
player.
no,
I-
like... Ooh, that
I
actually...
hereby.
Yeah, we'll use these. No.
Am I also hearing you through roll 20 now?
I shouldn't have the thing.
I'm not hearing her.
Because the audio on Discord just got all.
It did get a bit
Weird.
double for a second. I think it echoed though out of her own mic.
Maybe. I don't know. Is it still? Is it still doing it?
No.
Yeah.
For you,
No.
yes? Okay.
To me, like all the audio got like weird.
If you need
I
to
think it's
tap
something from
out,
roll 20 though.
tap in, up to you.
I feel like I can hear you fine. It's just
Okay.
like it wasn't as not as clear as it was before for whatever reason.
I see.
Okay.
No. I'm gonna use some of these guys' tokens.
They are fucking massive.
Yes, they are.
That's big.
Yes, they are.
That,
No.
That's why.
They're gonna crush my skeletons, I'm afraid.
I vote run.
But we're in the forge. You know, we gotta.
But don't we have to go to another place?
Yeah, are they
So
blocking
far,
the
the
entrance
runes,
exit?
they are blocking the exit. Like even I would argue with disengaging, you still can't really like pass through their space. Even like,
Even though they're huge.
yeah, the thing is, they're like, this isn't. They would be more like this. Check, would you like? Okay. Check.
They're like, okay.
Like the door. If we were, can I freehand this a little bit? Kind of. I
Oh,
zoom
I think
out.
they're right in there.
Yeah.
I mean, if
Yeah,
anyone has AOE's, now is the time to use it.
Yeah. That
I
is true.
I can teleport like 2 people. Well, I can teleport 1 person, and then I can teleport another person later.
Oh man, I got all of my skellies with me.
Like those are the anvils technically, and then
like you can get your skellies back. To be fair, but
the furnace
up
is
to you.
here.
your our
Let's-
questionable
let's see
lives.
how-
On the other hand,
Let's see how let's see how it goes.
And you have 4 skeletons, right?
I have
Yeah, 3
4.
3
So I have
skeletons.
3 skeletons, 1
Mhm.
zombie, and 2 skeleton crossbowmen. Or short bowmen.
Mm,
So technically I have 5 skeletons and 1 zombie.
yeah, do I have like a skeleton with bow just so that maybe I can distinguish ones from the
I
others?
believe there. I mean, you can just find the different.
These are spiders. No, because there are 3 skeletons, but they're all skeletons away. So I'm gonna use these to distinguish. And zombie.
Zomba.
Zombie. There we go. Right. And let's move on to this. A little bit. Yeah. So, I hate that they're flipped around. But whatever. So, yeah. These are your 3 melee, I guess, with zombie.
Can you give access to them so I can
Yes.
put them in position?
So, yeah.
So,
Can I select multiple? Yes, I can.
8 each, 20.
But I can't. Oh, I can't select them as. Okay, that's fine. Oh wait, but I can probably do this if I paste them now. Yeah, that's right.
Defeat.
Your
Good.
skeletons should all be under your control, and your
you.
persona as well. And so then it's this one. Okay. You all should have access to your respective tokens.
Yep.
No, طيب. هذا extra كذات. And yeah. So consider. So technically, Adat, you could have walked a little bit while they spoke. So reasonably, I'd say you can't go like further forward. But if you maybe wanted to take like, I'd give you basically 3 squares that you guys can move from where I put you.
Yeah.
If you need to move
Probably
yourselves.
go there.
yeah, it has moved back.
Yeah, that's it. If you want to move yourself 3 squares back, see whatever you would prefer.
Yeah.
where am
All
I?
good.
You are the sword and shield because the guy looked very arcane infused. I couldn't find the like halberd wielding one, unfortunately.
Desperately trying to find it.
Huh?
Because this is the same killer, no?
The
I'm the one with the. I'm the one with the-
Zekila, you are this.
Oh, okay.
I see if I find one that's actually better, I might. Is there like
Question.
Yes?
If one of the squares is occupied by a skeleton, does it still count?
What do you mean?
Because I wanted to move 3 squares, like you said, to try and spread out a bit.
Yeah.
But I was
Where do you
here,
want to go?
and my first square was with a skeleton. So I'm trying to see.
Yeah, no, you're fine. You can move through a skeleton space.
I guess.
Alright? All good?
Yep.
Lovely. Then we start with initiative. And we have, I believe, Zenkilla is up first.
Yay!
Oh my god, already.
Yes, you are first.
Okay, so first thing, I can. My skeletons and mirror have the same initiative,
Yep,
right?
yep.
So first thing, I'm gonna move homeboys here,
Okay.
and they're gonna take.
The statues. What will you? As they move next to the animals.
Not now!
One
You're
moment.
worried.
I'm gonna take 2 shots at each one. Just
Yes.
test the waters. See what's up. So right one shoot right one, left one shoot left one.
Alright.
Doesn't hit for sure. I mean, unless a 10 hits.
No.
No.
Okay, that probably hits. So you are you. 20 hits.
20 hits.
Okay. So
I was expecting a no on that.
I was also just not sure.
No. It's like, even the 10, it hits the creature, and the arrow just kind of, sort of, falls into their body, and it just kind of slides out
Lovely.
from one of their hands.
And that would be 10 piercing damage. from the one on the left.
Alright, lovely. And because you are using magical ammunition, you ignore the resistance that they would have.
Good to know. Good to know. Good to know.
Lovely. 10
Right.
damage. So this one we'll say is the right one, or the left one would have been
Yeah, this was the
with
left one.
Left one. So one left one. We can actually start tracking.
These guys will move
Easy.
like this. Actually, I will move one back.
Alright.
And I will fire a witch bolt at the one on the left.
Okay.
Considering that you're all nice and grouped up, it could do something nice, no?
Which
I
bolt
don't
is the
have any
single
AoEs,
target?
not gonna lie
but,
with you. I have no AoEs at all.
yeah.
Sad, bro.
Yeah, I know. So let me take note. This is.
You have a pretty good AoE for this one.
Shatter?
Yeah.
I know,
That
I'm
is,
just... I have a 5 in initiative, okay?
Yeah.
So that is 4th level, by the way.
Okay.
Gestures will give me advantage.
Yep. That's good.
Please be good. Okay, that's actually quite good. A not natural 20 to hit.
That hits.
Nice. 1, 3.
They don't have anything else.
4.
No. Hey, no, just wait.
Jesus, that's good.
Okay. Perfect.
I rolled I rolled so high.
That's
Okay,
good.
calculator.
That is good.
My brain.
Don't
don't
need to
want
flex, bro.
I can do like plus.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Anyway, I can do.
I'm
That
joking,
is
I'm joking.
41 lightning damage.
Lovely.
I rolled a 12, a
Lovely.
12, a 10, and a 7.
Lovely.
12.
That is beautiful. You see
And-
the lightning arc through the creature. It starts to kind of shock and stutter. But no
Did it do
sound.
full damage? Did it
Yes,
do
it
full
did.
damage?
It did.
Okay.
Does not seem to be resistant.
Thank you. I think that is. I think that's me.
Did you want your melee skeletons to like take a dodge action or something?
Oh yes, they will take dodge.
Okay.
Sorry about that. Yes,
Cool.
yes, please. Thank you.
Right. All right. So then you are actually first tied with initiative with 2 of them, but higher decks.
Dang. Ooh. Ooh. I don't really have AoE, and the only AoE I have is like just add like 5 feet from impact. These things are huge.
They are
Um,
huge, but the thing is,
You're aiming for
technically,
maybe the right side of one.
because if you're in the
Maybe
middle,
but it's still gonna hit like one and one other only.
Oh, well,
You know.
better than one on itself, I guess.
you can hit 3, I would say,
Okay.
with a 5-foot radius.
So
thing.
So I'll Hail of Thorns my
Okay.
shot.
Nice.
And with Hail of Thorns, if I hit this guy, the creatures within 5 feet need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Alright.
So let's see if I manage to hit with advantage.
Nobody
This
has
has
like
enhanced
like an earth bind or something that sticks them in one place, right?
I have ensnaring strike,
Mm.
but that's one
One.
creature.
Do this
with
count as
concentration
humanoids?
for like a minute.
Ah,
Huh?
okay.
Do this count as humanoids?
They are
No,
constructs.
they're constructs.
Can't blame a girl for trying.
The same roll,
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
a 24.
24 hits. So, as
Nice.
far as
So-
saves, I got a 16, a 15, and an 8.
Let me, 1 second.
Or at least tell me what PTC
The guy
is.
who rolled an so the guy who rolled an 8 is the only
Yeah.
one who fails.
We're gonna say
Um,
2, 3.
my DC is 14.
Right, it's gonna be this one. So this
they
guy
still take
fails.
half damage.
Alright.
So I'm gonna roll the storm damage first.
Okay. It doesn't have any other
Then I
effect,
also
other
have-
than just damage.
I believe so. Let me confirm. I believe it's just
Only
damage and then half damage.
Alright.
Yes.
Okay.
Next time you hit a creature with a ranged weapon attack before the spell ends, the spell creates a rain of thorns. Target of the attack and each creature within 5 feet must make a dexterity saving throw.
Alright.
Yep. So I'll roll a d10 for this,
Mhm.
which is a 3.
Nice.
So the ones that succeed take 1 point of damage.
Yep.
The one that failed takes a 3.
Mhm.
And then the one I did hit. Let me
They
just
look
make
hurt.
sure with it.
Bloodied, maybe.
Wow, you wish.
It's not bloodied, but it's taken a hit. It's taken a
Oh,
hit.
okay.
Yeah. So the one I did hit, he's getting damage and sneak attack.
Yep. It has not acted yet. You had advantage.
So that is, I believe,
Did we ever roll a natural 20 on a witch bolt? Is this constantly natural 20?
Yeah, that's how we've been doing it.
That's what we did, right?
Yep. Are you considering like recasting
Okay,
it just to?
A little bit. A little bit. I need to save my spell slots, so.
Mm,
But yes, the temptation is very
Yeah.
much there.
yeah.
So that is 17 points of
Nice.
damage.
Massive.
You got to 69 damage total so far
Hey!
on that one in particular.
That is my. And I will just kind of take a couple more steps back.
Alright.
I want to be kind of. So you said am I basically almost at the wall already?
You have 3 more squares before you'd be next to the furnace, basically.
Okay, so I'll kind of like sidestep and get like.
There are
I'll get over here.
technically here. There are the statues.
Actually,
What do you wish to offer?
Yeah. What do you wish
I'd
to?
rather I'd rather like get that full cover just in case, and then like I can pop out.
I'd say at most it's going to be half cover. The anvil is not a big thing.
That's fine.
But
That's
it's
fine.
yeah,
That's
it's
fine.
something.
It's better than nothing.
Yeah. Type. Okay. Now it is all of them.
Fun.
All of them.
One singular tear trails down my cheek.
Looking forward to all my skeletons dying.
So they
Hey, I told
begin
you we should leave.
to move. They
I'm
will
blocking the entrance.
5,
I guess.
I can
10.
teleport you.
15,
Not all of us.
10,
Oh, shit.
14.
Yes, I can. It's like one. I can teleport one of you. I go back with like disengage. Then like the next turn, I'll take someone else. Like
So they
I think we're going
yeah.
this way.
I think they're gonna start with this realistically. These guys are going to stay at the door. They seem to kind of hunker down, actually. And as they do, you see their kind of these lanky tendril arms almost do a full like swing around, and they just propel forward, and out of their hands spears launch out, and they will actually yeah, they get 2 attacks, so they are going to do
wait,
yeah.
why a dumbass? Yeah, dumbass.
What happened?
It's been so long. Wait. Yes, I am a dumbass. I have an extra attack.
Oh, go for it. Do your second
I
attack.
attack.
Do your second
I'll
attack.
attack the. I'll attack the same guy.
Yes, go for it.
Because I believe my
That's
special ability is only. Who the fuck is that?
I know sneak attack has to be on only 1 per turn, so that's for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And like the other one was just like, yep. No, I'm thinking. Sorry, I'm free. That's the sound of my brain right now.
That's fair. It's been a while. It's been a while.
Where the fuck is the thing
Me-
I was just like looking at?
Is it
Yeah.
like
Whenever
the
I
Vader
touch
warrior
that
thing?
kind of-
Yeah, I can check for you. And
It's the advantage thing that I had just read out loud that gives me advantage. Like, is it? Where the hell are
When you
There you
have
go. On your
an-
first turn during combat, you have advantage on attack rolls against creatures that have not yet acted. So basically, that's advantage on both attacks, correct?
yeah, it hasn't acted till the end of your turn.
Yeah. So same target.
Yep.
Oh my god. No, still it's not that bad. 19.
19 hits.
8 on the dice.
Oh
But
my
thank-
god.
Thank goodness for advantage, because the other one was a natural one.
Hey, we love those.
Yeah,
we all got those.
Yeah, decide what they're gonna do.
Oh no.
Is a
Type.
8. Ooh, nice. 15.
14 damage. Nice.
15.
15 damage. Nice. No more 16
1-5.
damage. Lovely. So, actually,
No.
what they will do, these guys will move here. This one will have been from here, move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, he basically
Yes,
moves
good.
here. So, I need all of your skeletons to make a wisdom saving throw.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, not good. The skeleton is -1. So this looks great. All of them, infinite zombie, right?
Yes, all 4 of them, not the ones at the back, the 4 in the front.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, lovely. So first one is 7.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Second one is 2.
okay.
Next one is 8.
Just fails. No.
Okay. And the other one, and the zombie is 15.
Also fails, actually.
Ooh.
So,
Lovely.
Oh my god.
thankfully, this doesn't affect the skeletons as much, but you see this creature move forward, and as it does so, it plants its tendrils into the ground, and you see the ground becomes liquidy, and you see almost like these same tiny tendrils grasping around their legs, pulling up and grasping at their weapons, and effectively, for now at least, their speed is halved, and if they were able to take more than one action in a round, they can only take one attack action. Okay, they can make only one attack and can either do an action or a bonus action. They are basically slowed. On the skeletons, it's not as bad, but you get to see the effect once
Yep.
more.
Lovely.
Dana. So that is its action. This guy will. It's used all of its movement. Yeah, it will. It will take 2 slam attacks.
The one
And
that moved.
huh?
This is the one that moved.
The one that moved further inside. It's kind of like rounded behind the zombie and goes to attack. You see the tendrils shape into these giant hammers and poof, poof, slam down.
Lovely.
And, okay, 26 to hit on both of them.
I think it misses. No.
Fair enough.
I have a feeling it's in
The zombie.
The zombie, yeah.
Okay.
So,
I think Zombird is gone.
so yeah, it takes 34
Yep,
points.
Zombird is
damage.
gone. Zombird is gone.
Both attacks total. I don't know what you're thinking. It was
So
one hit.
what's the second one? What's the second damage?
So fair enough. So because these are 2 different ones, so it would have been 20 damage on one and 14 damage on the other. So the last one was 14 damage.
I see that and I'm like, I think we should flee.
That one's
Okay,
looking
so,
pretty badly hurt. The one that
he-
you've been shooting.
He drops and then crawls back up at 1 HP.
Nice, nice.
That's
Just with the second, as the hammer kind of pulls away, the zombie just kind of
Just, I rolled a 19 on the dice.
lovely, lovely. Okay, that is those guys' turn. Those guys have hunkered down. Basically, they will take the dodge action and this. No, they took the spear
Oh,
attacks.
You
Oh,
have
right,
to
I was going to do
advantage.
spear attacks. I didn't do those yet.
You have to roll with disadvantage for the zombie.
That's
So-
true.
dodge
That's
action.
true. Nice.
You are lagging.
I am lagging.
No, Adam is like not lagging, but like his voice is like frazzling.
I'm hearing him okay. It might be yours. Mala,
Well, the
Um,
first one would have hit, so does the second
Yes,
one.
yes. Fair enough, I could do it that way. That's true. But yeah, that's still the same. So this one might. No, it's still a 17 to hit.
Okay, then I'll keep it at 1.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, Mala. Tayo. So yeah, those guys were going to do spear attacks, but I didn't do them yet because you were doing that. So they are going to do. Yeah. So one spear to each ranged skeleton, and then one spear towards Zenkila and one spear towards Scylla. So
One.
we'll do skeletons first. That is a lot to hit. And that is only a 13 to hit. So 26 to hit on one and 13 to hit on another.
So first one hits. Would it be the one on the?
let's
on the
say
farthest
the left one gets hit. The other one
Okay.
misses.
part? And the second one is no. If it's 13.
As that doesn't. Mela. So that one will be. Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm going to start taking damages. Mela. So DTG. 18 damage.
What damage is this?
This would be. Spears are piercing. They would be piercing.
Oh. Okay. Just let you know, both of them with the burst of care have bludgeoning.
Oh, right, they're vulnerable to bludgeoning. Yes, yes. So
18 damage, you said?
18 damage total, yes.
Okay.
So the other one gets on this and then attacks on one on Zagilla for a 14 to hit.
That misses.
Nice. And the 26 to hit also.
Oh my god, even with half cover.
Yeah. I have been rolling really bad or like really good.
So, this.
So that is. Let's see, or maybe. No, okay. 18 points of damage. Just for context,
Pierced by this stuff.
this is piercing, yes. This is because
Yeah.
it's a spear. But you, at least one of them, yes, 18 damage. At least one of them seems to be dealing bludgeoning damage in melee.
Nice.
So that's something. Just for context, I was like, the first time when I rolled for the skeleton, on 2d8 I rolled the 7 and an 8. And I was like, okay, I'm going to take the average.
I think I might disconnect for a moment because Selene is doing it too, and it's
Okay, yeah, do this
giving
one.
me nuts.
See if it works.
No.
Oh no, I should.
Yes, it works.
Nice. Remember to turn on your common dragon.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, so basically, like I rolled a 7 and 8 on 2d8, and then I was like, oh yeah, let me try and roll first. And maybe I rolled bad. 8 and then 8 on the d8s. Okay,
Love.
okay,
Hey.
ciao,
Hey, it do be like that.
ciao. We're taking the averages. All right, time, Mel, and that is all of their turns.
You can like give us the whole damage. If we die, we die. That's part of the game.
No. The averages are there for a reason. It also speeds up the process. Otre, it is your turn.
Finally.
Kill them all, that's true.
Give me a second, bro.
There's still 3
Or
of
they're
them.
all
Please
of
let
them.
her. Yes.
Man,
Your turn.
I will use my bonus action
Mhm.
to cast X-Blade's Curse
Okay.
on one of them.
There is one that is really hurt, and then 2 that are like barely damaged, and 1 unscathed.
Which one is the unscathed one?
This one is the unscathed one.
Because I'm thinking, because it's a sphere, but it's like a 10-foot radius.
Oh, you can get these 3 for sure. With these.
The one to these 3.
Oh, that's not what I want.
These 3, you mean?
Yeah, back. 10-foot radius.
Mela. Then I'm going to target those 3.
And you want to do X-Blade
Yes,
Curse
for
on
the X-Blade Curse, the unscathed one is this one. Then I will place it on him so that I can maybe.
I think the X-Blade Curse doesn't add extra damage on Shatter, but then if you attack it with your melee attacks, it will do more damage. I think.
I mean, it doesn't say it. It
Okay.
says I gain bonus damage rolls against the cursed target.
Okay. Alright.
So technically,
I didn't think that it was worded that way. I'm going to check it for my own context. Yeah, you're right. You're very correct.
but it is a Constitution saving throw, Shatter. So I don't
Yes,
know.
but I believe there is a caveat for constructs, no?
Yes, but I'm saying I don't know if it still applies because it's a con save.
No, it's not.
Okay. Mela,
They are not immune to the Shatter spell on the stat block, so they have to.
you have to make a con saving throw,
Mm-hmm.
and you have disadvantage because you are of the inorganic persuasion.
Lovely. So, and I believe your save has increased now because your necklace of the Pact Keeper adds to your save DC. So your save DC would be Charisma modifier plus Proficiency bonus plus 2. Plus 8. 8 plus Charisma modifier plus Proficiency plus 2. So probably like a 17.
Yeah.
Nice. So, good thing that you had disadvantage because the first one rolled a nat 20 and a 12 total.
Yes.
So
So you
fails.
take it in the shins.
Next one,
With your shins shattered. What a way to go.
baffling. Also a nat 20 and an 11.
Jeez.
So it fails because disadvantage.
What can I fucking
Last
say?
one. Okay, and those are a 9 and a 4 on the roll, so.
I need 5d8s. Can you?
So now also for you to know, if you would like, as how the cloak works, you can choose, rather than spending spell slots from your own spell slots, you can expend 4 charges of the
I
cloak.
can use the spell slots for now. It's fine.
Alright, just letting you know just to get a vibe of how it works.
Okay, some are good, some others are not so good, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Nala.
And then this one's going to take an extra 3 damage.
$24 damages.
Nice. So 24, and this one.
It's going to take an extra.
3.
The bonus equals to my proficiency bonus.
Yep. So
It's extra 3. I said 24, right?
Yep.
Okay, thank you. Because I have issues when it comes to calculations. Basically, you see Ostre first twirl her glaive and like drag it onto the ground, making it spark, and that's
Lovely.
how she casts her curse. And then for shatter, she looks and then she does with her foot.
Lovely.
A
Stop.
split second of pause, and then
The lightning and then the thunder.
you know, like the thumping of the bunnies.
Lovely. Perfect. Action, bonus action, any movement?
I'm thinking because now they're all like kind of there-ishly.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Asati on the advantage, you should.
If you have
Yes.
if anyone took the absorption thing,
I don't know who is wearing those.
I was here. I think I'll move here.
oh, I love how I'm at the front.
Skill issue, I guess.
It's great that the wizard is in the front lines. Yep, that's really how that works.
Okay, okay.
I mean, don't you go like first so you can immediately move out of the way?
In fact, it is your turn, Zankala. Next.
Yeah, but am I in range with this fucker? Am I right?
Shit.
Does he have like extended reach?
No. No. You're fine.
Okay. So I need to stay within 30 feet of this big boy.
Yep. I should mark down a condition. Let's do this. Lightning.
So how much damage did they all take? The full
24,
24?
and one of them 27. They don't take double damage, no? Or something.
Sadly, no. The desire is there.
Where is the land? Far away.
To the back.
To the window. Okay.
To the
I will send my snake
Okay.
to
I will find you a snake.
to give the help action to Ostre, because I don't need to make any advantage right now.
Alright.
Oh, thank you.
So left skeleton will shoot at left guy for a. There's a 15 hit or a 14 hit.
On the big guys, no. No, they don't.
Okay. And that's a natural one. Great.
Oof.
Absolutely useless.
The arrow
Zafir
just
will-
goes flying into the sunset.
Pretty much.
Uh,
That's a 3. That's not gonna hit.
I make it so?
Skeleton.
goes into the forge.
Snake.
A 15 doesn't hit, right? You said.
Nope.
Great.
You're very close, but no.
4 doesn't hit. 6 doesn't hit. Great.
No.
Absolutely useless. Don't know why I even bother. So I will do the damage for the lightning bolt.
Don't talk to
yeah.
your children that way.
You're not
I
encouraging them.
will show my disappointment.
Oh shit. You
God,
feel
you're one
a
of
sense of like dread from all of your children. It's like, no, we failed our mistress.
No.
Not mom.
We failed, mom.
I feel
Why? Why must you be like this? Why do you have to be our parents?
So
We didn't.
22 lightning damage to the guy
Nice,
that I was
nice.
focusing on. And just because I feel bad that I spoke like that to them, I will use the bracelet to puncture my veins,
Oh, okay.
and I will take 1d8 damage
Lovely.
for 5 damage, which means I'm gonna give this to my brother, which is the one on the very right,
Okay,
on
yep.
the very left. Sorry, that took
The
the
one that
brunt
took
of
the
the
other.
damage.
You can
And
give it to everyone who's connected. So I don't know if you have someone else connected who needs
oh,
healing.
I can just give like
It's to all that are connected. So
Oh,
even
the full
technically, Selen would also gain this healing if
that's
he
fine,
had missing
that's
health.
cool. That's cool. Only one of them is damage.
Which I
though,
do.
so- Oh, you
Right.
do damage.
Yeah, because he did
Oh,
get
yes.
hit by the.
Yes, I got
So-
a
sorry.
javelin through me.
So it's basically
Double
so.
the damage plus my.
Yeah, you can choose intelligence
right?
because it's your highest.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that is 15 HP.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
There you go.
Almost back up to full.
As you feel the care from Zenkela come through, you see the bracelet.
Children, please.
You see the blood from you, Zenkela, flow into the bracelet, and it begins to glow, and then the bracelets of everyone else who are wearing them glow as well, and you feel the rejuvenation of energy. You are healed.
Be cured for young ones. That's my turn.
Alright, nice. As that.
I'm being told that my sound is very low on the stream.
I may certainly raise you. We're okay to me, but yes, I have raised you a bit.
Just
No,
I guess
yes,
I didn't
yes.
know that.
لا لا, thank you, thank you. That's طيب, okay. Sinan, you are up next. I can't hear you. You're not mute?
No, I'm.
Okay. I saw your mouth moving.
Yeah, no, I was doing
Okay.
the random ass noises.
Okay, alright. I was very confused. I'm gonna get some more.
Yeah, I was gonna ask a DM something, but
Yeah, no, I can hear you. I can hear you.
okay, lovely. Wanted to make sure. So, yeah, since the skeletons are within 5 feet of like this middle one,
Yes.
I gain sneak attack on it.
Yes. Yep. You would.
Lovely. So I do that, and I also bonus action planar warrior.
Oh, nice. Lovely.
noise.
Go for it.
Is it within 30 feet?
That we will have to confirm.
You
But
are.
I'm
I think you're just.
I'm sure you can move a square or two if need be to get it.
Oh, middle guy. Oh, middle guy.
So yeah. So I'll do that. I'll move that 15 feet to get within range.
If you plan to move back, you don't even need to really move yourself.
Okay. So yeah, I'll do that and like then move back.
Yeah, go for it. You have 2 attacks, remember?
Lovely. And this I do not have advantage.
No,
There's nothing that's.
I don't believe you are. Yeah.
Nice. That is a 22 on the first
That
one,
hits.
and a 20 on the
Nice.
second.
Both hit. I will, because I was saying it in my brain, but I forgot to say it fully. Zenkela's lightning shot brought the thing to bloodied. So it is now bloodied.
1 second. I need to connect my
Go
to
ahead.
the charger.
As that decides them, and then Ostra, you're going to be back up after their round.
Nice. So that is charging. I can put my brightness up. So that is, I have a D8, a D10. So it's 2D8 because I had both attacks.
Yep.
Because I'm just gonna lump them into.
Yeah, do them
one.
together. That's all good. They are not
2d8,
resistant.
D6, and a D10 for the planar warrior. So, not bad. That is. 36
Nice.
points total.
Lovely.
And that is my turn. And I go back to the behind the anvil.
Perfect. Perfect. So, yes, we are going to do Mana.
I'm
Yeah,
absolutely destroying a Figula right now, by the way.
as you should.
Absolutely
As you should.
inhaling it.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
this guy
Well,
is
I
going
used to
to take the opportunity attack from the zombie, so the zombie may make attempt.
It won't do much, honestly.
1, 2,
Hey.
3,
you never know.
4, 5. No, I need
Oh, okay.
9. Yeah,
Actually, it's
nice.
that's a 25 to hit.
And
To get to there.
I don't even know what I have to roll.
Technically to get to here. So I forget what a zombie does, but you do have a plus.
Attack.
Remember, you have your plus from your wizard feature and +1.
Yeah.
And then plus whatever it already adds technically on its own.
That's 3, 4, 5, 6 bludgeoning damage. Blood gaining damage.
You should.
6.
Because you add your proficiency bonus to their damage,
I add
no?
+3. Its natural one is +1, and a +1 from the weapon, and I rolled a 1.
Oh, okay, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
It is. This one is the least hurt of them all for your combat. Because it was not within the Shatter's sphere.
Yeah.
So it has been the least hurt. So it moves into the space. And it will try to do this for sure. So I need Ostra and Zenkela to give me wisdom saving throws.
Fun.
is this ability? Is it an AOE or
It
is
looks-
it like cast on them?
It is an AoE spreading out from them in an area. And
Wisdom.
But okay,
It
so
is.
it's not affecting. It's not like specifically targeting a creature. It's targeting the area.
It's targeting the area.
Creatures affected within that area.
Yeah. Targets one or more creatures it can see within 10 feet of it. Is
You said
17.
wisdom?
17 makes it? Wisdom save.
10?
10 fails.
Lol.
So you are slowed, Ostra, which means you can only take an action or a bonus action, can only make one weapon attack in the turn, and your speed is halved.
What about spell?
Also, technically, the skeletons can reattempt their saving throw.
Oh, natural 20 on the on
Then
the
one
left.
clears it,
Another natural 20.
clears it,
Nice.
A 3.
3 fails,
An 8.
fails. You get 2 of them cleared.
And I ruined 3 natural 20.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, but that is its action. So that is all it can do in this turn. And these guys will spear attack. Yeah, this turn. Well, all 3 of you did shit. Okay, yeah, we're gonna do Zenkila, Selen, and then 2 on Ostra because that shatter was scary as fuck.
Sure.
Do that. So, Zenkila, 25.
That hits. 18. Nope, hits.
Okay. Selen, also 25.
Fun.
My God.
Ostra, 2 attacks. A natural 1 and a 22.
Shield? Yes, I do have shield. No, I don't have
Do you
shield.
have shield?
Never
Yeah, I'm
mind.
saying like wizard spells.
I mean, you can have shield with a warlock, but that means you're casting a 4th level spell for shield.
For a moment, I had hoped the instinctual reaction to say shield, but
So
instead,
each of you takes 1 hit all three of you take 18 points of damage. Yeah, no, it's piercing. These are piercing because these are the spears.
Love that from me.
These are like javelins, basically, like shards of metal. Like they start as liquid and then become just metal shards that jam into you.
You said 18 points of damage.
18 points of damage.
It's some Terminator shit.
Yes, it is. They are.
Combining
Yes.
pop culture into your creatures. Like
Hey.
you've got the Enderman Golem Terminator.
Yeah. Yeah.
Doesn't
They,
sound like something you wanna mess with.
yeah. I mean,
You're so proud of it as well. Like you
Oh, fucking
I
dare
agree.
she be proud of what she created.
I love it. I love it.
Exactly.
I just love it. Yeah, that is their turn. I'm going to do a thing though.
Oh no.
I don't like
Nice
it.
reaction.
You might like this. No, not that. Okay. You see two of them. I'd say the ones that are in. The one that took the most damage. Yeah. And so the one in front of the skeletons, and the one that's right up in Othra's face right now. You see the masks kind of like part of it break a little bit, and you hear a voice different from the voice of before just say, "The corruption too strong," and then the mask reforms.
Was it Ankam? Was it a voice that we knew?
No, it was
Did it look like it was coming from them
Yes.
or somewhere else?
yes. It seems like the creature beneath might be fighting with you in this moment. Just a little.
Cool.
Yeah. Othra, your turn. You are slowed, but you do still have an action or a bonus action. And you can do one attack. You also see Zenkilla's familiar wrap around your glaive, basically, and technically you do have advantage on the first thing you try to do.
I'm thinking.
Actually, technically, if you wanted to, you could have used that advantage on your saving throw rather than on an attack.
Can I try?
Up to you. Yeah. But then you won't have the advantage now. In this
It would be an 11.
11 phase.
So it would be fucking useless.
You have a good wisdom save now?
I have a +5.
Okay.
I rolled a 5 and a 6.
Ah. Oof.
But my dice tray is good.
Like that.
I'm evaluating because you say they cursed the area. You said that they cursed.
No, the effect is on you. It's not like the visual of it is like the ground around you is like they are shifting their tendrils into the ground and they are like grabbing you, holding you from making your
Well,
full round of
Their
attack.
arms
Second
are
verse,
it.
same as the first, as they say. Ooh, another shatter on those three at
You
the back.
can. Alright, I will
Nice.
begin rolling their saves. You can roll the damage.
So on the
I mean, I don't know if they're going to make it.
Yeah, on the meta.
if I teleport one of them away.
They will still have the effect.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
'Cause that's what I meant.
Sorry.
Like an AoE.
No, basically this effect lasts on them until they make the save or something else. But until they make the save for sure. And they get the save at the end of their turn. First one, 4 and a 9, fails. Second one, a 15, which fails.
Yes.
They have advantage.
They have disadvantage because they are constructs and shatter. Oh,
Oh
wait.
yeah. But it's
Yep.
Isn't it double damage to objects? So
Sadly, no, it's not like that.
okay.
But the last one succeeds, being the one that is technically.
This time I'm gonna use the cloak charges,
Okay.
and everyone, except I think the one that succeeded. Let me check.
Yeah, then just take half damage. So tell me the full damage, I will calculate.
I just counted it up. Am I dumb? 14. 19.
It's nice. That's good.
How are they looking?
The one that's been attacked the most is looking quite bad. Yeah. The others, not so much be hurt because all they've been attacked by is your shatter, basically. Which they still, like, they've taken a hit, but yeah. So that was 19 plus 3 is a 22 because of the curse, the Hexblade's curse. Alright, nice. That is your turn.
Yeah.
Zenkila, it is your turn again.
Put me in, coach. Okay. So so the two skeletons with the bows will shoot the one that's been damaged the most.
Yep, go for it.
Let's see what happens.
Okay.
Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. That is lowest one is a 20, so I assume they both hit.
Yes, they go.
So it is this.
Okay.
Nice. So first one is 5. 10, 11 piercing damage.
Nice. Lovely.
Second one is and also another 11 piercing damage.
Ooh, getting
How's it
close.
looking?
Getting.
Okay.
It still has a, like, it has a good chunk left, but it is, considering how much damage you've been doing in a round.
Yep.
Like, it's looking bad.
Okay. Justice will give help action again to
What's the?
Ostray.
Okay.
I will have all these skeletons and zombie attack the one at the top, so I'll move these guys to be in range. So zombie is a 19 to hit, I think. Something like
19
that.
hits.
19.
I'm gonna tell you ahead of time, it would probably be smart to, if you're going to do your lightning thing, maybe do that first.
I was gonna see if I can kill them with these guys, and then I will move lightning to homeboy at the bottom.
Unlikely but possible, but go ahead.
I have faith in my boys.
Okay.
They have.
But 19 did hit.
Okay. So 5, 8, 9. 9 bludgeoning.
Alright.
The zombie.
Mm-hmm.
Next skeleton is a 20.
20
Hit,
hits.
yep.
Yep. You good?
You are short sword, so 1d6, but I also have that. Nah, that's shit. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7
Okay.
slashing damage, I think.
Okay. Yep. That's good. They are magical weapons, so
This
you
is the second skeleton I told you. sorry,
No, you've done a
so-
zombie and a skeleton so far. You've done two.
Skeleton, so I have 2 more.
Yeah.
Okay, does a 16 hit?
Just misses. Just
Just-
the the AC you're looking for is 17.
Let me actually confirm this. So it's plus 4,
Confirm.
4, 5. No, actually it's 15.
Okay. But
So that misses.
just
Last one is a natural 20.
hey.
Let's see what this does.
Hey, a big number on the die. Big number on the die.
Big boy, big.
It is brilliant.
Okay, that's not bad. That's a 4 in the die, so 8.
Nice.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 piercing damage.
It is so it's close. Like it still has a chunk, but it's a
Decent
good
chunk.
a good lightning roll on your end.
Alright.
Will do
so I
it.
would just let you know. And just go over.
Like average.
It's worth taking him out.
No, you need a little bit more than average. But
Ooh, it's not good. It's not good.
alright.
$26.
Oh my fucking god.
Is it still up?
It's still up. It is. You see, the mask is cracking in front of it. You can see the metal, this strange like alloy that it's made of, is now almost like dripping as if it is bleeding, and it is hanging on a thread. Its limbs, these thin, elongated limbs that are like pressed into the ground, are just, it is beginning to lopside. It is.
It's like, is it one digit?
It is is one
It is
digit.
one digit.
It is one digit.
1 HP left.
Okay,
Lol.
Okay.
One
Okay. 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 Okay, I can do something here maybe. Okay. Fuck. Okay, okay. Sorry, Ostray, but fuck your advantage. just move
You're
it 30
going to
feet.
try. You're going to try. Oh,
You don't have to. You don't have to say it like that.
This is going. No, I was gonna take a type of opportunity.
Yeah.
It's a snake
I can.
against a rat.
You can risk it for the biscuit. I'll tell you. You can risk it for the biscuit.
Wait,
Um,
wait. Tell it to hold action and like I can vortex warp it.
At that point, kill it yourself.
I will do
No,
that.
but like, cause if this is like very meta, but like if cause to vortex warp it's a bonus action. That
Is
means
it?
I can use my whole attack. Let me
Is it?
confirm.
Actually, never mind that. I will move my snake. I move my snake here if I can, because I'm gonna need him soon.
Okay, yeah, sure. There's fine. There doesn't even provoke opportunity attack.
No, vortex warp is a action.
Yeah, because that's what I was thinking. Mystic Step and your Aladrin
Yeah,
teleport
yeah.
is a
Yeah.
bonus action. But
I
Okay.
keep confusing all of them. I have so many teleportation
that's fair.
stuff.
That's fair.
Like,
My
Okay.
turn. Snake
It's
will
okay.
give me help action in case I need saving.
Yes. All right. You have your help
throws.
action.
That's it. Unfortunately.
Selen, one of these creatures is hanging by a thread, and then you have the two at the door have taken a decent like chunk of a hit, just as context as well. The one that's right next to Ostra and Zangela has barely been hit. It's-
to confirm, we're not doing, or are we doing, like carryover damage? If I kill.
Yes, we are. We are. You can reasonably get a shot where you're probably going to cleave through it and hit another one.
Yeah.
That is true. We are doing that.
Oh, I have enough movement. Two. Ooh. Okay, though. I will bonus action dash.
I mean, if you're aiming, like you can get a shot in to hit these two, kind of.
Oh, wait.
If
To confirm. The middle one is the one that's damaged, correct?
yes, this one, this one.
Okay. And the carryover damage works if I bring it to 0.
Yeah, which you will, if you hit, will almost be
Yeah.
sure.
Is it dependent on range by any
Yeah.
chance?
It is.
So if going to the back or out of range of his.
It is
bow.
the range of his bow, which under sharpshooter conditions he would have up to 600 feet, but because he doesn't have sharpshooter right now, it is up to its normal range, but it's still 150 feet, so you're fine.
Yep. Yep, so I'll do that. So I will attack the middle guy. Hopefully I hit. If I hit, I have sneak attack, and I will also then bonus action Planar Warrior. Rolling both at once.
Oh, you're not
My
allowed.
fucking god, why do I keep getting these rolls?
Oh
That's
no.
not bad.
Oh no. You
Let's
don't.
say 16.
Oh!
18.
Si- 18 hits, 16 does.
Okay. At least
dead.
one of them hits.
The middle dead.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So basically, I need to. So I kill one of them, and
Yep.
I minus 1 damage.
Yeah,
from my...
basically. You just tell me the full damage and I will sort it out.
Nice. Very good.
Not bad.
No.
Jeez.
Oh shit. It's recovered.
$37.
37. Nice. So this one goes down. You see, like you go for the shot, and it just fully goes through the mask, shattering it, and it breaks apart. And you see and hear this as the creature just falls into like a puddle on the ground. It is dead. Yeah. And technically now you can shift your lightning down when it's your turn, but but you are
Yeah.
gone.
No.
Now you take 36. Nice. Okay. So, Selen's action, bonus action, and move, right? Or do you want to move anywhere else?
Yep.
All right. So,
I'll do the what?
uh-huh.
I don't know if it'll do much, but I'll basically just shift my ass over onto like basically like in that
Alright.
corner.
Yeah. Nice. Okay. So, this creature got its thing back, but it is instead going to do an attack. Yeah.
Sorry, have the
It's-
ones at the door done anything?
They've been spear throwing.
Yeah.
Now I am thinking, would they? Yes, they are. Basically, they've been holding the door. Was kind of the idea. But while they can do these massive ranged attacks that they can do. And the fact they will do that now because those are easy to sort out. You finished the skeletons were a bit painful now. But no, Zenkela's more of a threat. This is yeah, we'll do 2 shots Zenkela, Selen, Ostre.
Looking forward.
Okay, one of them is a 12 to hit on Zenkela. So
Misses.
that's a 23 on the second one.
On who?
Okay,
On...
it's
It hits. Okay. So that is a hit. Selen, a 26. And Ostre
Stop that.
and Ostre at 20. Dirty 20.
What can I say here?
So you all take 18 points of damage. Each of you take 18 points.
Ooh.
It's so nice when you make it so that I can actually see. I don't need to pull out the calculator because they're simple things.
So,
Killa is really hurt, by the way.
in fact,
I'll try and move you.
I'm gonna say the creature kind of looms over the stake and moves to be within melee to both of you. And it creates the hammers in its hands and slams on each of you. Zenkila, you get 1 attack, and Ostre another attack. Zenkila, that's 23.
That hits.
Also, you need to be making concentration checks for your lightning when you took
I
those
have a-
damage.
But my lightning is not on.
No, but the spell is still active right now. Like, you wouldn't need to waste
fair,
spell
fair,
slots to...
That's a natural 20.
Nice.
One of them.
You need to make 2, I think, right now. And this
19 on the dice for the other one.
one... Alright.
And 21 on the dice for the other one.
Yeah, you're good. You take 18 damage from this third attack.
Ooh, I am single digits.
And Ostre, it's only a 14 to hit on you.
No.
You weave out of the way. Also, Ostre, because I didn't ask you to do it, give me another wisdom save because you can undo it from the end of your previous turn.
20 total.
You're good. You are no longer slowed. Okay. And Ostre, your turn. The creature stands in front of you. Your ally is looking badly hurt. Yeah. What would you like to do?
fuck it. Last spell slot, thunder on them.
You're gonna get only 2 this time.
Yeah, but
Okay.
it's fine. They are blocking the door anyway.
Okay. No.
Sure.
Only a 12 on the first one, and a 11 on the second one. They fail. Next damage.
Why?
Sometimes melee attacks can be more reliable.
Yes, but I want to hit them when I'm here.
Yeah, there's one right next to you though. It's very... You. Hey, you've done the thing.
17.
17.
Also, I should have gotten some healing.
From what?
Didn't the one I
didn't
cursed
die yet.
fly?
Hey, that one has taken 69 damage.
I
Hey.
Lovely. Okay. Bonus action movement.
I'm trying to think. Where is Zenkila?
You have Sentinel A.
What?
You have Sentinel A.
Yes, I think so.
If to help you, even though it does use your reaction, but Sentinel lets you make an attack on an enemy if they attack your allies as a reaction, if you'd like to.
Yes, I will do that.
Which you can pump as much shit as you want into it with Eldritch Smite and whatnot.
One Eldritch Smite coming right up your ass.
You have a +9. Though to be fair, you have used both your spell slots at this point now.
Yeah.
So you could empty out the remainder of your charges. Like you could spend.
But it's not enough.
Technically, you can spend it as a 3rd level spell. I'd allow that, as long as you're doing a lower level and not a higher level. Since it's not like a spell, technically. It's a class feature, so.
Extra 1d8 force damage, okay? So,
Per spell level.
so 3d8.
And also I think it's 1+, not just plus another 1d8 per level of the spell.
So 4.
Yep.
And I'm going to give them the pro. No, because they're too big.
If it is huge or smaller, which it is.
No, I didn't say it's their gargantuan.
No. So
No,
they're huge.
Where did I hear gargantuan?
I don't know. And they're huge.
Don't think anyone said gargantuan.
So Mela,
If you want them to be gargantuan.
I'm going to try and do the attack. No, I don't
Would
want
they
it.
fit? Would they even fit in the room?
I don't want it.
They wouldn't have fit through the door, Hanedwag. In the room they would. Fitting through the door would have been the issue. Huh?
18.
Louder for the audience.
18.
Hits.
Oh, thank you.
I did say 17 is the easy.
There is C17, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, but you know, I am stressed. 1d10. There it
1
is.
to 10 plus 4d8 plus
Okay.
Who are you attacking here?
the one next to
One.
you.
Okay. This is a smite,
Yes.
Yep.
Eldritch Smart.
Because this is on a sentinel attack for they attacked you, so
Okay.
they can use reaction to attack.
I think I'll be fine. I guess don't worry about me.
I,
Are you sure?
yeah,
28 damage.
I'm going into
You said
turret.
that
28
last
damage.
time.
Some, one of them at least it's force
yeah,
damage.
yeah, yeah. A lot of it.
I'm going to full turtle. Full
Mhm.
armor to low.
And that was my bonus action. I did
Okay.
my action.
That's no
You-
Zenkilla was a torture.
Either my D8s
Yep.
are not doing well, really. That's 28 on 4d8 and 1d10.
Listen, I rolled
Max 42.
I rolled 9 on the
That's really
D10.
Max 42, and then you have to add +7.
Yes. Did I forget to add the +7?
So
Am
it's
I
a
that
max
stupid?
49, a 28 out of 49. Well, yeah, that's like exactly, yeah.
No, I'm wondering if I forgot to add my Dana.
If the 28 was only your dice, then you need to add your charisma modifier
Yes,
and
so the
+2 from the thing. Because now it's a +2 weapon.
I might have
effectively.
this stupid, guys.
So 28 +6, so another
+7. No,
+7. I don't know, I was calculating randomly.
I didn't
35.
really. 35. Yes, it makes sense. Yes. Because I didn't. Because I didn't calculate the plus.
Yeah, like, that's a lot better.
Yeah, I'm just bad.
It's okay. Well, sentinel attack, action Dana. Technically, it did fall prone. After that attack, unless you didn't want to. You
Yes. Go down. Stay down.
could. Okay. It does fall prone.
Oh fuck! Does it fuck it up for you, Silen? If it's prone.
Technically, it does.
I can hit the other one.
But yeah, there are other
I can hit the
targets.
other one, though. It's fine.
Okay, good.
Technically, melee attacks have advantage on it right now.
Yes.
Go nuts, guys. I guess.
Basically, for like, general strategy,
The skeletons are gonna have
'Cause you could have
a field
Sentinel.
day on that one.
Yeah.
and dropped him, and then your turn would have been attacks with advantage.
Yeah, you're right.
That's the benefit of having Sentinel and melee stuff. Well, Zinkela, your turn.
So Zenkela, at finding herself bloodied and destroyed, is going to activate her Nyxborn cloak.
Okay,
So she has this. Everyone has disadvantage on attacks against her.
nice.
And she's going to accept the sanctuary.
Oh, nice. You
To take
feel
effect.
the bracelet imbue you with some protective
So I have
energy.
both sanctuary and
Lovely.
Nyxborn right now.
Lovely.
So quite difficult to hit me.
Yep.
Now I'm gonna move all of the homeboys down here.
Yeah. Go for it. Yes, they all can reach onto tissue.
Yeah, they have 30 feet.
At
Snake,
most,
if you can move him for me, because I
Yep.
can't.
Yourself, because I didn't give you that one.
Move him to actually he'll just go on me. He'll just go on me.
Okay.
It's on me. Okay. So first I'm gonna do the 2 bow attacks from the short bow guys.
So for the bow attacks, technically they would have disadvantage on this one, but they can attack the
They're prone,
longer. They can attack the one. This one is more hurt. I think.
Okay, they'll attack the one on the left up there
Yeah.
then.
Yeah.
Okay, so one's oh, I forget. Excuse me. 4. 5. Yes. So one of them is 17 to hit.
Just
That's
hits.
AC, right?
Yep.
And one misses for sure.
Okay.
So that is 5. That's 8 piercing damage.
All right. Nice. Nice.
Now,
close to
I
bloody.
will go down the list of Skeletrons.
Yeah. If you want, just roll 4 attacks with advantage.
I'll do them one by one because that's
alright,
way too
alright.
many dice.
Okay.
That's a lot of dice. So first one is a 17 on the dice.
Hits for sure.
So
Check for nat 20s in case done.
yeah, I'm gonna roll all of the damage to see which one hits.
Type.
That's a natural 20 on the
There
second
you go.
one.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
20. And third one is a 17 on the dice.
Hits.
And zombie is not a natural 20.
Hey. There you go.
So 4 and 2 have natural 20s. So let me do the non-natural 20s.
Yep.
So you are a d6. D6. So that's a 6. 6 plus 12. So 12 piercing damage on the first one.
Okay. These are
And the
slashing
other-
technically, I think. 'Cause they're-
Piercing.
Oh,
Piercing.
use like
From
rapiers.
They're short swords.
Aren't short swords slashing? Ah, wait. What?
I don't know, but I'm getting it from the skeleton.
From their stat block, their basic.
Yeah.
Okay.
The other non Shaydulu, no, natural 20. So 6, 7, 8, 9 piercing damage.
All right.
Now I will do the natural 20. That's shit.
You can re-roll the die and take the total. Technically, like if you got a 1 on the die, you re-roll and you add.
I rolled the exact same number.
Okay, then. Alright. Oh.
So 4 plus 6 is 8 piercing damage
Mhm.
for that guy. And next one is got the same fucking number. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Nice.
Really shit natural 20 rolls. But it's
That
damage, so
happens.
it's
Yeah.
okay. That is my turn.
Eżatt, use the action dana, tajjeb, okay. Silen,
Brutal. So the bottom left one is prone.
yes,
correct?
right now it's still prone. It is at the start of its turn, it will get up. But this one is badly hurt. The one to the left in the doorway. The other one is also hurt, but not as badly.
How bad is badly hurt?
Like, they still have a while to go. They're not even bloodied yet.
Okay, so I will fire 2 shots. at
Sadly,
this
those
one.
you won't have sneak attack on, I guess. Is
Yeah.
the issue.
Yep. But then I can't have sneak attack on the other one, anyways.
As that,
Yeah.
as that. No, it would still be.
Yeah, I'll just planar warrior. Get that extra d10. I'll
Yeah.
d8 at least.
Yep, yep.
Ooh, that's nice. That's a 28 on the first
Yeah,
attack.
definitely hits.
And a 24 on the next one.
Oh yeah, those hit. Succeeds.
Put you. D6. That's fine.
You hadn't given me the potion of healing. Oh, that's right.
You could have
Never
swapped
Yes,
them.
yes,
You could have swapped them around. I don't know if you did. That was on you.
yes.
Okay. These were regular ones, right?
Yes. 2d4 plus 2.
Yep.
How much?
29.
Nice. Alright.
That's
Now
not
it is
much.
bloodied. Now it is infected.
Crazy.
So. Anything else?
Nope, those are
Alright.
all my stuff.
Right, Mana. Their turn. I have already done. So.
DM, could I
Yes.
just have taken the healing pot? off
Yeah,
the-
you had a bonus action available. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Thanks. God,
So, as you kind of pull back Zenkela and armor yourself up with as much defenses as you can, you see the one that has been more badly hurt kind of focusing on you now, like having determined that you are a dangerous enemy. Does 2 shots on, well, attempts 1 shot and is forced to divert as the Sanctuary. It does not manage to defeat the Wisdom save of the Sanctuary. And shoots Ostre for a 26 to hit.
Jesus.
But the second one, it manages to overcome the Sanctuary, but only rolls a 15 as the Nyxborn just wafts it away, basically, forcing it to not hit. So it wastes that attack, and then Silen, you get hit for a 23, and technically there's an extra one.
It does hit.
Okay, but then the last remaining attack to hit also you, Silen, because you just shot a bunch of arrows. It was only a 13 to hit. So,
Yeah, that one doesn't hit.
So basically,
How much damage did I take?
Ostre and Selene, you both take 18 points of damage.
Oh shit, stop.
Yeah. Now, the creature stands up from being prone, the one that is surrounded by enemies.
I have 12 HP left.
Ouch. What?
I have one more than you.
Oh, my roll 20 reloaded. Give me a sec. Okay. Waiting for the timer. Okay, so it would try to attack Sekila, so it has to make a wisdom save. It rolled a natural 2. So it does not.
There's a natural 20 for a second.
Nope.
I was getting very scared.
No. So it will. Let's see. Ostra did just bonk it into the ground and pummel it down.
I only have 12 HP, please.
If it's of
Thinking
any
about it.
consolation.
She's
I-
thinking
If
about
it's of any consolation, I'm at 16.
I'm at 13, so great.
We're gonna note these. Because the skeletons are now also a bit of a threat considering that they have surrounded. And okay, that's where this is.
They also do like fucking 2 health.
Yeah.
next time.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay, now one attack is going on you for sure. Yep, okay. Shebang. 12 to hit.
Doesn't it?
Yeah. This one hits one of the skeletons. So yeah, that's a 25 to hit. That's, I don't know if you, I would say like it would attack a non-hurt skeleton.
Okay.
And
That's
the
18 damage, right?
18 damage.
Okay.
And that is its turn. Ostre, your turn.
Push اللي بقى.
Technically, you could have used your reaction to attack it when it attacked one of the skeletons,
Yes, I will.
if you want.
I will. In total, it's 21.
That's one hit.
So I can't do magic shit anymore, so I'm just going to have to go big bonk. Hopefully. And damage total.
Did you add your stuff to it?
Yes.
Oh.
I rolled a 3 on the d10
Okay.
and I have a +7.
Because when you said yay, I thought you rolled a 10 on the d10. I was like... Okay. You hit. Now it is your turn. Because that was your reaction.
Mela, what else can I do but bonk?
Yeah.
Bonk always
And I-
works.
And I have 2 attacks, correct?
Yep. You do.
You might have flanking. I don't know how it works.
You do have flanking. I'm going to confirm. I do have. Did I have my campaign spell?
We have flanking +2 or advantage.
I'm checking in fact. Did I say them? Spellcasting done. Flanking. Yes, +2.
So it's a +2 to hit.
+2 to hit, yep.
So the first one is a 25.
Yep, that hits.
The second one is 19.
That hits. They both hit.
So
2d10 plus 14, basically.
uh, 18 total.
Plus 14 as well.
Yep. I rolled the d10 twice and both times I got a 2.
Oof, chief.
And apparently this is my lucky tray. And apparently
Uh,
this is the good one. Okay.
You know, it's fine. You do you. I will stop giving advice. I will stop giving advice if that's what you want.
No, I want my dice not to despise me.
Mala. Type. On your turn, you're going to do, as in at the end of your turn, you're going to do another one of these. But now it's 3 of them.
1 and 2.
Yeah.
Her.
The one next to you, Ostra, as you attack it, swinging and chopping at it essentially. Its mask again shatters, just slightly. At the heart of the forge, the corruption is there. And then it immediately like shunts back, the mask reforming.
Ooh.
Lovely.
And then you hear the voice that started this combat, this like calm and collected voice. You will die here. You will fail. And you will join my family. And yeah.
Brilliant.
Segilla, your turn.
Alrighty. I'm gonna be a bit risque because I like risque.
Mm-hmm.
First I'm gonna get rid of the problem though. So he's back up, right? It's not
Yeah,
prone anymore.
yes, not prone anymore.
So I get 2 scary shots.
Yep.
For that one misses, and that is a 18 to hit.
Hits.
That hits. So 1 hits. This is a d6. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 piercing damage.
Okay.
For one of them, is this one damage? Like, is this
Yeah.
one like looking bad?
It's close to bloody. It's getting close to
Oh,
bloody.
close to bloody.
Yeah.
Okay.
They are chunky boys.
So no matter what, this is not going to work. Okay, so I will move my Snaky to
Okay. Yep.
it's on Australia. Okay.
Technically,
What I'm
you
gonna
need to
do-
be here so that it doesn't provoke.
I
Unless
mean,
you want
it's,
to
it's
risk it.
technically on her. It's technically on her.
It's on her. Okay.
That's understood.
Right.
Okay, so I'm gonna take a d8 of damage
No. Okay.
because no matter what, if I get hit, I'm gonna die anyway with 13 or 12 health. Doesn't matter.
Fair.
So if I can give more
Mhm.
health to Selen, I will. So that is
Thank you.
15 HP to Selen,
Yep.
and my
Wow.
skeleton goes up,
Much appreciated.
and I am down 5.
Yeah.
Next, I will. Okay, I will walk towards Austria with my dagger in hand,
Okay.
and I'll tell her, Austria, do you trust me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna stab her with the
You stab her
Aik
with
dagger.
Do you allow this to happen?
Yes.
Okay, then you don't need to make an attack roll.
Okay.
I've seen weirder shit at this point.
You feel the dagger slide in, but there is no pain. It just like slides in as if it is just going into its sheath, kind of, and it
You
pulses.
You heal 9 HP.
You need 9 hit points.
Health.
Thank you.
Something. Tequila is bad.
Yeah. But
Um.
your sanctuary has been uninterrupted since you have used the dagger only to heal and not harm, and you did only healing stuff, so you only harmed
And
yourself.
the dagger thing is action, right?
Yes, I believe so. Action, bonus action to do the healing
Thank you,
from the
Mrs.
bracelet, and
Pretty
movement.
much done.
The one that I cursed is still not
You have
dead. right?
your melee
Yeah,
skeletons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, that guy misses. Second guy misses. Third guy, 15, 19 to hit.
It's
That at least. Ass. 6. No. Sorry. 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 piercing damage.
okay. Nice.
And Zombert. Okay. That's 24 to hit.
Yes, it's
God, it's the same. I keep rolling a 2. It's annoying. 2, 3,
Welcome to my
4,
life.
5, 6, 7. That's 7 bludgeoning.
it is bloody.
Okay, that's my turn.
Nice. Selen, here you go.
I will.
Now there are
That's
2 of them that are
totally
bloodied. They are almost equally damaged now.
I'm gonna move here just
Uh,
in case he
Yeah, you
fucking wipes both me and Selen in one hit or so. I'll move in the stream.
Just Oh, just cleave damage.
Just steps on us or something.
Yeah, so I would Blessing of the Raven Queen move 30 feet.
Okay, nice.
Which basically gives me resistance to all damage until
Neat.
next turn, because I have to
That is
take
helpful.
You're a legend.
two more hits.
That is
I
helpful.
will go use my remaining movement to go behind the anvil. And double attack
Alright.
this one.
Yep.
I should get
Focus
sneak attack in
fire.
this one.
Yep.
Oh, nice. 19 on the dice. That's a 21.
Yeah, that is.
21?
Really?
No planar warrior on this one.
Zenkela, just for my sake, confirm for me what your save DC is for Sanctuary, which is probably the same as your, spell DC, I believe.
It is 16, I believe.
Yeah, okay. Good to know.
I didn't like that. I actually hated that.
Okay. Type. Carry on.
How dare you say it? Carry on after that.
31.
Lovely.
Damn,
31 total damage
that's naughty damage.
with the 2 arrows.
Alright. Good. So, Zenkela, the creature beside you sees you use this healing ability, sensing the power of the dagger of Hayek used in its space. It just immediately turns fully at you. It goes to strike, and you see it initially just pummels down, and you see the barrier of the sanctuary just crack in that moment as it pierces through with 2
Oh,
16s. And rolling at disadvantage, it got a 12 on the first one to hit, and it got a 19 on the second one to hit, which I am hoping. Yeah, there you go. As you see that barrier break, you see the hammers coming down, you raise a secondary barrier, holding in place.
No, please, no.
There you go. This does trigger Sentinel attack still, if you want.
Yes.
You can go for it. The spear attack.
We want to bet how little damage I'm going to do this.
Spears we're just going to do. You are all kind of a bit covered, so we're gonna say all of the melee undead are going to take 1 strike.
No.
19 to
Natural
hit.
1 on the first one,
19 to hit.
19 hits. 26 on the second one.
That hits.
A 14 to hit.
That misses.
And this is the Zombird, I guess. Oh, that's a 28 to hit.
11 points of damage.
That hits.
Okay, 11 points of damage isn't bad.
You had 4, you said?
So only 2 of them hit, yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, basically the first one took 18 damage and the zombie took 18 damage.
So first skeleton is down.
Alright.
So
I'm gonna
this
just
one
mark it
is
as...
down. And how much?
that one
18,
is
right?
Alright, yeah. You need...
What, to get 18, 19, 20, 24, is it even possible? No, it's not.
Okay.
A natural 20 maybe.
Yeah,
but
it could happen.
a 2.
Okay.
So Zombird is also down.
Alright, yeah. We will mark it as such. Okay, lovely. 11 damage, Dana. That is all of their turns, though. Ostre, you are up next.
If the bonkage helps.
Yep. I mean, up to you. The thing is, your Hexblade Skirts is on the least damaged one of them all.
I know. I thought I was going to do better than this.
Damn, would I get the disadvantage if I use the Witch Bolt from this distance? On the one next to me.
Yes, you would.
Oof. The first is a 21.
Technically, I believe you have the help action from the
So can I roll them both with
Ah,
advantage?
You only roll one of them with advantage.
Okay, I roll this with advantage.
Yeah.
Better.
That's good.
Probably still not enough, but better. The first is a 21 to
That
hit.
hits. Yeah, that's it.
And the second one is 16. No.
Just misses.
But before I had rolled a nat one, so it's a lot better.
It's a lot better. You're close. One away. One hit.
Guess.
One on the die.
2.
2 on
Again, 2 plus 7 is
the die.
9 damage.
Okay. It is looking bad. It's getting up there.
And
Yeah, we'll do another one of these. This one is really hard, so we'll do it with advantage. It will. You see this one. Kind of, again, it actually like one of its tendrils pulls up and kind of like tries to pull at the mask itself. And as it does so, it kind of like manages, but the mask begins to coalesce to its hand instead. But it will use this moment to just force itself to run from you. 5, 10,
Nice.
15, 20. As it just says, do what you must. And it pulls away. It does trigger opportunity attacks.
I don't have it because I use my sentence.
It does come back because this is happening at the end of your turn, so technically your reaction is back.
I'm going.
Well, actually, well, you get to choose. Yeah, no, you can do it.
I rolled a 15 anyway, so.
15 total.
No, but 15
Ah,
plus
yeah.
9, so I
Because I was gonna be like, Sentinel technically puts their speed to 0, but you can choose to not
yeah, no, I'm not doing that.
not make that. speed.
15 plus 9, I
You
think
hit
it's-
it, yeah. Unless you suddenly don't have more than plus 2.
I
Okay,
rolled a 10
question.
on the d10. Fucking hell, 17 damage. There you fucking go.
Okay.
Finally, something decent in the
Yeah.
house.
Then Killa?
Okay, so I have Warcaster,
Yes,
which means
You
can I
can-
cast Witch
you-
Bolt as a reaction?
you could.
You can cast war as a
You
reaction.
could cast, you can cast any spell that is, as long as it is targeting the creature.
So fucking close to a natural 20.
Oh,
That's a 27. That hit.
yeah, that definitely hits.
Okay. I do lose Sanctuary, but it's okay.
That doesn't.
Where?
Okay, not bad. 15. 19, 29, 30 lightning damage.
It's looking pretty bad. It's a good solid round of hits. will
And
probably
my
be enough.
my skeletons get hits.
Yeah. They get opportunity
Okay,
attacks.
okay. I'm just gonna roll. Oh, yeah.
Technically, even your familiar gets an attack.
Oh, fuck that shit though. Okay, so both hit,
Lovely.
which is 6 plus 2 plus 6. That is 20
Nice.
damage, both of them.
Total. Okay. Wow. It is looking. Now it's looking really bad.
Nice.
Really bad. Nice. And Zankilla, you are up. Those were your reactions.
So I will use the lightning bolt damage straight up.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be enough.
God, it's so bad.
It still might be enough.
So bad.
Come on.
18.
It's enough.
Okay.
I was doing the math and I was like, wait. Oh no. It does
Alright.
fall as the sword slashes kind of cut into it as it runs off. It just telling you, do what you must. You unleash the lightning once and then twice, and it falls into a puddle where it ran off to. It is
Lovely.
it.
Lovely. Okay. I will move here ish.
Yep.
And you know what? I'm gonna put. Fuck, sorry, my bad. You there, you there, you here, you here, and that's my turn. Actually, I'll give Snake to me because I'm gonna
Okay.
let him soon.
Yep.
That's
Select.
it.
Your turn. This one is the hurt.
No, but I don't know what the. Oh, what? Which one is the left one more damaged?
Yep. This one.
Is
It's
it
bloody.
Two shots?
like heavily damaged or?
It's this one bloodied, and this one is
Okay.
hurt. Like solidly hurt, but not blood.
Let me just check one thing real quick. I don't think it does anything though. So these seem pretty strong, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
they hit pretty strong.
No, they seem very sturdy creatures. They're surprisingly, for the fact that they're lanky, they seem very slow in their movements, but very hard and resilient when it comes to like when you hit them. It's not because they move out of the way. It's because their physique is able to sustain.
Fair. Actually, you know what? I'll go for the one on the right,
Okay.
just because I want to Hunter's Market.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Nice, nice.
So yeah, I will attack.
And your hunter's
is
marking to be reversed,
22.
just to confirm.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice.
A Hunter's Mark, which is bonus action.
Yep.
Mystically marked as my coordinate. When the
Yeah.
spell ends, you deal an extra d6.
You.
Nice.
Whenever you hit it with a weapon attack. And that's a 26.
Yes.
For both hit.
Yep.
I do not have
Sneak
Sneak attack.
No.
but I get the d6 anyways. From this.
Yep.
Nice. Ooh. Another 31 points
Nice. Lovely.
Nice.
of damage.
Nice. You're bringing it up there.
Hopefully next turn. Yeah, hopefully next turn I'll be able to like whammy it with a bunch of, you know, planar warrior, hunter's mark, and all the shit.
These creatures kind of, each of them tilts their head in different angles, and you just hear this voice again of what you think is either, you're not sure if it's like Kasal directly, the waking god that is anathema to Ankam, or if it's like a representative. But this voice of calm, you are persistent. Don't you understand that this is futile? The new order is good. It's peace. Peace forever. Do you not understand? And they launch their spears.
No, I don't.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll say they will try to shoot. I guess they'll shoot at the forward line. So it's Enkila and the two melee skeleton and the Dana. But yeah, disadvantage. Mm. 21.
Shield.
Okay. You shield. And then skeleton 21 as well. Skeleton 2. 18.
Healed.
Oh damn. Okay, homie goes down.
Okay, and range skeleton. Ooh, range skeleton is 29.
Nice.
So, yeah.
So you said okay. So what was the third one? It was also skeleton.
I think they all hit. But 21 on this one.
Okay, that's 18 damage, right?
18 damage and 18 damage.
Is still up, and this guy is still up.
Nice. Alright. Yeah, those are their spirit attacks. Ostre, your turn.
Mela, il-ostja.
This guy is cursed by your Hexblaze curse. And you do have Eldritch Blast.
I guess I was just blasting.
I guess. If you've also got an agonizing blast.
No, I don't.
Okay.
But the thing is, my first idea was, what if I go into melee with them? But then I was like, I have low HP and also I don't have spells.
You remember you also have that thing where you could use an action entirely to regain a spell slot via the necklace.
Yeah, it doesn't feel too worth it to me right now.
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
Eldritch Fart incoming.
Two attacks, +9 to hit. And these you crit on a 19 on this one if you're targeting your cursed
Yep.
target.
I rolled a 4 on the die. +9, it doesn't hit.
Nope.
I rolled a 17 on the die.
That does.
So it is 4
D10.
spells.
D10 plus. On this one, you're adding a +5.
And I also have.
It's your Hexblade Curse stuff and your +2 bonus.
I also have Agonizing Blast.
You do have Agonizing Blast?
Sorry, yes, I
Okay.
misunderstood you. I thought it was the one that sent them backwards.
Then, no. You have +9.
Yeah. I rolled a 1, so 10 damage.
Incredible.
And I guess
Beautiful.
that's it.
Take it up.
Oh, I really hope we have a fucking long rest for this, but okay.
Please. No, we asked for it. Sure, never give it to us. We're doomed.
Okay, so I'm
Goodbye.
gonna take 2 shots against the left one.
Yep. 2 shots with the skeletons, I assume. Yes.
Skeletons.
Mhm.
So 1 misses and 1 hits.
Mm-hmm.
And dog shit. 6. That's 7 piercing damage. The one left.
Uh-huh.
I will cast Witch Bolt. No, sorry, I will move my Witch Bolt.
Okay, yep. That's
So
like,
that's have to do another.
you still
another
have to make an
attack
attack
for
roll,
that.
yeah.
Okay, that is 24 to hit.
Yeah, hits. Are you attacking the left one as well, or the one
Left,
that's... okay,
left,
okay.
left.
Then you're focusing that. Okay. Lightning.
Okay, it's okay-ish. So 10, 22, 23, 24, 25,
Okay.
right?
Nice.
22, is that 25 lightning damage?
Nice.
I don't know what to do. I don't have anything to do that. I think that's it.
Okay.
Other skeleton will take dodge action.
Okay. Selene.
2. 2. Do the same thing. None of them are next to. That's fine.
Yeah.
Just don't get the sneak attack.
No, everyone's scared to move next to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone is not.
So I'll play a warrior.
Yeah, sadly, you don't
And
have
I would
your
hear-
paladin aiding you.
Double hit that one.
Yeah.
Let's say 30.
Yeah, it's...
Jesus.
You're
And
good,
a
fam.
27 to hit.
Yeah. Those are good.
So that is D8, planar warrior, D8, and a D6 from the Hunter's Mark.
Remember, Hunter's Mark is on both attacks. So, it's not once per turn.
That's on both attacks.
Yes, it's on...
Oh yes, you're right.
Every attack.
Yeah.
You are right. Can I add a
You can
D6
add an
to
extra
the-
d6 from before, yes.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Thing is, I also read it. I was like, oh yeah, it's on both attacks. Rolls a single D6.
As long as we caught it.
Yeah. Okay. So that is. $43 points
Nice.
of damage.
Jesus. That's
You-
a lot.
You basically brought them up to be almost the same damage, essentially.
Damn.
Because the other one had just gotten its strikes. Okay. Lovely. with that, we are going to do this. That road. You see, you shoot. Your lightning Zenkela just starts to crackle all over the other creature. Ostre, your Hexblade's curse is like almost beginning to pull at the mask itself, and you see both of them just start kind of protesting more and more as their forms are weakened, and the masks just break apart. And you see them kind of slump to the ground, and they're now blank, empty faces. We are sorry.
It wasn't your fault.
Thank you. The heart of the forge is corrupted by the enemy. Be wary when you journey there.
Thank you.
They seem to begin to kind of, even the ones you've destroyed already, begin to slowly kind of reconstitute a little, and you see them move into their rooms, into where they were. Yeah, and initiative is done.
Nice. Selene like goes to his knees and is like,
Yeah, same.
Ostra just
Yeah, you begin to just collect yourselves. You still feel like when the masks appeared and when the voice began to speak, it felt like there was another presence in the room apart from those creatures. But it was just not something you could see. You feel it is still there. There is just something watching from some corner, from some... Well, basically, Zenkerai would be quick to be like, this is probably the feeling of like being scryed on. It's like, you know, you have your wards, like your glamours that hide you in areas and hide you from the general view, but the presence is here. It's like, and yeah, it perhaps was very dull and muted when you first entered and were at the first forge, but you engaged the enemies, and it seems like this area might have been more compromised than others. But you
coming, bitch.
successfully defeated the corrupted map masters of the forge, essentially, as they are called. You have gifted your features into the forge, acquired new memories. I'd say reasonably, you can definitely get a short rest. It is up to you if you're going to take a full long rest. That is,
I mean, we're all on the verge of that.
yeah, you know, you can use hit die and
Yeah.
stuff.
I'm gonna use the charge of the dagger.
Okay.
Wait, can I use it? The cost enemy dead, even though I.
The enemy dead, yes. No, that is a different
Okay.
charge. They are two different things.
I'll get the skeletons up.
Yep.
In case for the zombie, I will just collect his things and I will leave. I'll
Fair
just
enough.
collect the
Okay.
pieces that is left of him.
Alright,
if I
yes,
can.
yes. No, you can. I'd say the skeletons are like carrying bits
Yeah,
of these.
because it's long day and
Yeah.
it's fucking another 6 spell points for that is too much.
Yeah. 5, I think, but yeah.
5, yeah, 5. But
Still,
Not
yeah.
worth it.
Lovely. But with that, we will end it there for today. As you feel, Ostra, the runes on your person begin to vibrate, the box beginning to jitter, to prepare itself to open after like completing the short rest. The long rest that's the issue here. It's like the runes are ready to go. But yes, we will end it today. We will end
Who is the heaviest out of all of us?
heaviest,
Yes,
probably you.
I will sit on the box.
You keep it contained.
You will sit the fuck down and you will let it rest because we are not dying here.
It's up to you guys. But short rest is already like quite a, for you especially, more so than everyone else, I think.
Yes, but I still have only like.
Sorry, what a short rest. You add the plus of your con, right?
Yes, for every hit die you roll. So you have
For every
7d8, for example, that you can just roll right now for healing.
That's
Yeah.
I think I'm rolling. Over 5, 6.
And for each die, you're adding your con. That's what. So, yeah, you might. But we will end it there. Thank you for those of you who stuck around, or anyone in the future who wishes to view this campaign. But we will see what happens next time. Probably 2 weeks' time. We will try to do Sleeping Gods. Most likely next week we might do another Pathfinder for Arcane Adventures. And we might be going into a bit of discussion as to seeing maybe about Tales from the Rupture,
Yep.
depending on what we decide upon. But yes, we will be uploading our stuff to YouTube. It has been a while, but I will try to get that done, so that they are all available there. And I need to try to figure out how to do a bit of restreaming so that we can perhaps, for our more recent viewers, get to rewatch the start of Tales of the Rupture, see the Sleeping Gods from the start, and yeah, you can all get up to speed, as it were. But that is all for today. Good night, take care, and hope to see you next time. Ta-ta!
Ta-ta.
Oh.